Aries, welcome. It's Jeff here at Raise Your Vibration TV, and that means it's time for your weekly tarot reading. And this tarot reading is going to be for July 28th all the way to August 3rd. So welcome, Aries. Hope you are doing well. Hope you enjoyed your weekend and hope you're ready for this week. So we've got quite a few things going on this week. Sorry that the readings are late, but it was my daughter's wedding reception here in Western New York because we went down in March and she got married in San Antonio. Excuse me, I'm all stuffed up all of a sudden. I don't know. It seems like it starts to get to a certain point of the night and I get stuffed up. So sorry. It'll go away shortly. It's weird. So anyway, so readings are getting posted today on Monday. But it's never too late, you know. Let's talk about the, well, first of all, my daughter got married, so we're getting things ready and partying a whole weekend. So now that's past us and we back to life, back to reality. That's why my readings were late. They're not that late. They'd be late if it was on Wednesday. You know what I'm saying? Okay, so this is what we got going on for us this week. July 30th, Venus, the planet of love, is moving into Cancer, a very emotional feeling sign. So we're moving out of a very air energy and moving into this emotional energy. I kind of look at it as like Venus in the clamshell, you know. Feels good there. Feels good. A little volatile, but we could really work on our emotions and how we react to other people too. So let's begin. Hopefully, let's get our angel numbers. Okay, progression with 1, 2, free, 1, 2, free, 1, 2, free. Your angel numbers this week, Aries, are 1, 2, 3. You are experiencing forward movement and the sequential unfolding of events. Trust the natural flow of life and take step towards your goals with confidence. All right, excellent. And at the end of the week, we're going to be going into a first quarter phase on August 1st. So this is overcoming challenges and decisions and actions. This is when we start to build momentum. We realize and assess the problem, and we start making decisions and actions. Progression, basically, for you, okay? Because you know we're learning new moon phases. We're learning all the moon phases in our readings now. And we'll be able to move along with that energy. It's perfect. July 31st is my birthday, so yeah. Wish your boy a happy birthday, 56 years around the sun. And it feels so good. What a year it has been for me, but yeah, I am ready to rock and roll. It's Leo season and it's my birthday week. I love that. So let's get to the reading first. You know what? We're going to do a message from our guides first, from the Angels, Gods, and Goddesses deck. Yeah, let's do that. Because I was just going to hit it. And I'm like, no. Let's get some guidance from our guides. Let's see what we got. Sorry if I'm all stuffed up. I'm telling you, I don't know what's going on. There must be something in the air. We've got Angel of Finances for you this week. Honor and give thanks for blessings you are about to receive. All right. We like that. Let's read up on it, shall we? Angel of Finances. Damn. All right. Let's see. All right. Aries, you are about to receive substantial sum of money, or a substantial stream of money is about to enter your life. You've drawn this card because your faith in the universe and your strong commitment to your purpose. The Angel of Finances is here to remind you that external wealth simply mirrors our internal beliefs. You can choose to see the world as lacking, or you can see it as abundant. You have realized that money is simply energy, a means of exchange which reflects your values and the way you view life. Honor and give thanks for the blessings you are about to receive. And remember to put your money to good use. Spend and invest your money in ways that help you further your true purpose and long-term goals, whatever that may be. So a huge, huge, huge focus on progression here. Angel of Finances stepping in to tell you that things are moving in your favor. Now, let's get a shadow work oracle card and see what may be stopping this progression or this financial energy form to come in. What would be stopping us from doing that? Let's see what we have to work on too. Light the darkness. Darkness cannot dispel darkness. Only light can. And this is all about love, clarity, and awareness. So, in order for finances and progression to happen here, we have to make the decision that we need clarity. We need to see and be aware that maybe our thoughts, our negative thoughts, our dark thoughts, can't produce what we want in our reality. So we have to work on positive ones and making the decision to think more positively. Okay, I like that. All right, Aries, let's get the vibe. Let's get the vibe and see what else is in store for us for this week, for July 28th to August 3rd. Thank you so much, spirits and guides. Is that it? Yes. Where did those cards go? I'm sore and a little hungover. Oh, telling you. All right. What do we got here, Aries? Yeah, this is something about the past. All right, progression. And we need progression here. This is a stuck energy, but things can move forward here. Don't be tempted to sit in your darkness. Don't be tempted to not let your thoughts bind you this week. It's something about the past. There's also a message here for you with the Six of Cups about the past. This may be something you may be letting go. A lack mentality started as a child maybe. But this is also telling you that love is all around. And focus on that. Instead of this, the Three of Swords energy. And that devil, that darkness that we were talking about over here could be stopping the flow of your abundance in your life. Now, the Eight of Wands shows an outcome of progression, moving forward. Also messages coming in that you may be waiting for, that you're kind of freaking out about. So let's get some oracles. Oh, shit. All right. Now, yeah, it seems like, it's like 7:30 right now. So it seems like at this time of night, like if I'm in the studio, I get stuffed up. So I don't know if it's something in the air at this time or what, but damn, I get stuffed up, as you can see. Sound like I got a clothespin on my nose. All right, stand your ground this week. So, boundaries. Making that decision and sticking with it. Choosing your battles. Observing where you're placing your energy. This should be a nurturing kind of week for you. Taking your power back. Working on things. Again, overcoming the challenges here with this first quarter phase. And Ace of Cups and the Four of Wands. I really like this because this is saying, fill your cup first. A lot of things about the home. Could be doing some things at home. This seems like family stuff. Maybe there's a progression here of family stuff. I also see 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. So yeah, filling your cup first. You just may need some time off. Vacation or something, But there's progression here. And it's definite forward movement. You know, that first card was like you're experiencing forward movement. And the Eight of Wands, that's why I put it up there. It's forward movement. It's, again, reinforcing the message of progression with 1, 2, 3. All right, let's look at love. Wheel of Fortune, I like that. 10 of Pentacles, like that. Chariot, like that. What? Six of Pentacles. Yeah, this is great energy. So relationships, you may be creating a relationship here that's very mutual. Very mutual. You are choosing the right path. I really hope this is working out for you. Something that is reciprocating energy. Something that may have lacked. This is very good, Aries. I mean, shit. Being in the right place at the right time for you singles. This could be letting things go from the past. Again, it's progression in your relationships. Definitely. Definitely. All right. Let's get messages of love. Abundance. You've done the work. Abundance flows to you now. Angel of Finances. Abundance. Holy shit. Fate. Oh my God. This is a destined partnership. Okay. Well, here it is. And the 10 of Pentacles, when we're talking about relationships, is long, steady, and stable. I like that. All right. Let's get what's the vibe. Yeah, that's reading the love readings off the hook. I mean, everything points to it. You may have something to say, some of you. Apology. Look at that. Arrogant, rash actions, and insecure. Okay. Getting down to the bottom of it. Maybe you are apologizing. Maybe that's what turns the tide, whatever this is. And Archangel Michael is here to tell you that you are protected. You're prevented from harm, and there is some divine intervention going on here. And when the Wheel of Fortune is out, that is a definite. Okay? I love this. Let's get your closing message and see what we got. Wrap it up this week. We've got, what, 2 of them? Yeah. Ooh, I like this. Rebirth. Every end is a new beginning. God damn, I love that. Love that. And release this week. Release past burdens and embrace new beginnings. All right, so every end is a new beginning. Release and be reborn. Progression. I mean, this is a great message for you. A great message for you. Pay attention to this. All right, Aries, that's going to do it. Your release will be your rebirth for this week. Please like, share, comment, and subscribe. Don't forget the freaking weekend is posted midweek to give you the vibe for Friday, Saturday, and Sunday. And book your tarot or astrology reading with me today, in person or online. You can click the link in the description and it'll bring you to my booking page. Guys, this is such a great message. Let's focus on progression. Let's use the first quarter to start making decisions and taking our actions. And relationships look unbelievable here. An apology, one way or the other, on your side or theirs, sets this whole thing in motion. Wow. August looks like it's rolling in pretty nice. All right, Aries, I love you all. Thank you for watching. Have a great week, and I will see you on the weekend. Taurus, welcome. It's Jeff here at Raise Your Vibration TV, and that means it's time for your weekly tarot reading. And this tarot reading is going to be for July 28th all the way to August 3rd. So welcome, Taurus. Hope you enjoyed your weekend. Hope you are ready for another wonderful week and manifesting the best you there is. And I'm here to help you along that path, because that's what we all want, is to vibe higher, to allow things into our life that we desire. Okay, so let's talk about the astrological energy for us this week. Your ruler, Venus, the planet of love, aesthetics, value, is moving into Cancer on July 30th. So this is going to take on a nostalgic feel. This is going to take on a more emotional feel. So let's get into I can't even articulate it. More nostalgia, I think. It's more of being in the feels for you, Taurus. I think that's what it is really feeling good about yourself. maybe reviewing things that have happened recently and going, you know what, this is good. It's nurturing energy. Cancer is very nurturing energy. Can be a little crabby also, but I really feel, as far as emotions and that we take on a nurturing energy for this week. Okay, now July 31st, that's a special day. You probably won't find it on any astrological calendar. It should be, because it's my birthday. So yes, that's right. Leo season, baby. Although I have been taking it kind of easy, usually I go nuts on, like my daughter always says, you do go a little crazy in the summer, and I do. I just have a good time. I just, I live in Western New York. We only get like maybe 2 months of really good weather that we can, understand why we're living here, convince me to stay another 6 months in this fucking weather. But I go a little extra in the summer. This year, however, I haven't, we just had my daughter's wedding reception this weekend. So, it's now that I think maybe it was just calming down for that extravaganza, talk about extra, but it was great. It was wonderful. Now we can breathe, sigh of relief, I'm sure, August 1st, we are moving into a first quarter phase with the moon. Remember, I'm going to teach you about moon phases here, because you will move so much better in life knowing what phase you're in at any given week. And this week we're moving towards the first quarter. So this is like the moon gaining light. Like if you look outside right, tonight, you're going to see that fingernail, okay? And that is the new moon growing in light. So the potential for intentions and new beginnings is starting to grow. But with the first quarter, we're starting to make decisions and actions that can help us overcome the challenges of moving forward and the light coming through. Okay, so overcome your challenges, make decisions and actions to move towards that. All right, so let's start the reading by getting our angel numbers for you for the week. And sorry if I seem a little stuffed up. It's going to come and go, because last couple days, like I've just gotten, I don't know if it's something in the air, it's allergies, I don't know what it is, but man, it just comes and goes and then it's there. All right. This week for you, authenticity starts with 787. Be yourself, pursue your passions, and show up and show your authentic self. Don't pay attention to what others are thinking of you. Okay. So this could be that Venus in Cancer is pursuing that passion. Being your authentic self, that Venus energy, all right? Now we're going to get a message from your guides. We're going to use the Angels, Gods, and Goddesses deck. We like this deck. All right. Did I have these cards flipped over? There we go. Okay. We'll stack these. We'll get a message. Yeah, you're going to hear me sniffling. I mean, I was doing Aries reading and it got really bad. It sounded like I had a clothespin on my nose. It was horrible. I don't know what's going on with that. It's got to be something in the air. Has to be. Because I never have anything affect me. Although I have eaten like shit this week. I will tell you that. Well, last week. I mean, Jesus. Right up until yesterday. And look what comes out. The God of Indulgence. All right. It's all right. Stop beating yourself up. A little indulgence in balance is healthy. All right. There we go. Weird. Very weird. So let's read up on that. God of Indulgence. All right. It is wonderful to indulge in things we love every once in a while, Taurus. Everything is fine in good measure. Just don't overdo it. Whether it's food, drink, or substances of any kind, relationships, or material possessions, remember, excess of anything leads to some form of imbalance. Yet at the same time, remember that all is valid and all is love. A little indulgence in some form or another is natural and even healthy, so don't beat yourself up. When you do indulge in those things you love, just be mindful. Don't deny yourself, just keep it in balance. And when you do indulge, try to do it in ways that nurture and nourish your spirit rather than cloud or suppress it. All right. Great message. Now, let's find out what our shadow work is for this week. What do we need to work on? And the shadow work oracle cards will show us. I love using this deck. I've incorporated it in my live readings. Yeah, wonderful. Embrace the void. Your true potential is waiting to be discovered. Emptiness and creative power. So, what we have here is the unknown. Maybe it's the fear of the unknown. Maybe it's making a decision to overcome that obstacle. Is that I don't know what's going to be happening yet, but I'm just going to be my true self. I'm going to be authentic and embrace the void and just go into the unknown, knowing that where I'm being led is perfect for me. Okay? All right. Let's get the vibe for this week. Let's see. What do we have for Taurus? Thank you so much for being here, Taurus. Hit that like, hit that subscribe. Tell your friends about these videos too, you know? Don't let it be your little secret. All right, let's get the vibe. Anything else? Ooh. The devil card went flying. Okay. Yeah, don't be tempted to get involved in any kind of drama, especially at work. All right? This energy is telling you to take a back seat with any drama. It's time to go within with the Hermit card in the middle. Again, use your inner wisdom, your inner discernment. Be your authentic self, but do not get involved in any kind of drama. I have to say that. There could be some shit going on. It's your choice. You know what I mean? Don't indulge in petty gossip. You might just get wrapped up in it. That's a message for a lot of you Tauruses out there. Best thing to do is you don't need to compete for anybody's attention or love or respect. You just be yourself. This message is very clear, you know, and indulging once in a while is fine. Knight of Cups is bringing in an offer and a message for you, maybe working with a group of people, but this is, you're being recognized and being rewarded for not acting in this, whatever this is, just so you know. So with that being said, keep to yourself, trust your inner wisdom, be your authentic self this week. Do not get wrapped up or stir the pot in any kind of drama whatsoever. You'll be rewarded for it. And again, an offer and a message is coming in here. So, wow. Very, very telling here. Yeah, there's a big message. Don't do it. Don't get, and you know what? You don't need to have an opinion for everything. If someone is, you know, it's almost like someone's trying to provoke you to get involved in some of this shit too. We don't do that. Yeah, shadow. Work on your shadow. And that's embracing the void. That's trusting. That's having faith and hope. Using your inner wisdom. Focusing on the light. Look at that yellow in there. And there's a big reason why the yellow is sticking out is because it's working on your solar plexus. I am worthy. I am good enough. I let my inner light shine. Again, another 3 with the Empress. Empowering yourself, feeling good, nurturing yourself this week. Again, maybe you overindulged this past week, or you have been overindulging, and now it's time to kind of, all right, I got to get back in it. Okay, pay attention to 333. We've got 333 here, and it's all about growth, creativity, and divine support. So. The 3s have it. And Ace of Cups, filling your cup first. New love, possibly, for some of you single Tauruses. All right? So let's get to the love. I like the 333s. 3s are growth. So maybe you're moving out of that dramatic phase. You know, the indulgence has stopped. So now you can kind of
focus on yourself. What do we have for relationships? What do we got for love? There we go. All right, what do we have here? All right. All right, so a lot of you could have been dealing with endings, you know. There's a lot here as far as what's going on in relationships that need to be put to rest, okay? Maybe it's the drama, but we have the death card, the rebirth, 10 of swords. You're done taking arrows for everybody. Enough with the negativity. Again, the temptation here is to go negative. It's not going to work. 4 of swords, getting some rest. 5 of pentacles, feeling left out. No, we're done with this energy. We're done with this energy. You have to understand that too. Also pay attention to 555. We've got the 5s out now. And that's about change, transformation, and a halfway point. So, angel numbers all over the board. We got 787, 333, and 555. Don't hold back your success in love. So if you have something to say, you're withholding. You may be just withholding your confidence in this and not creating drama. Working on yourself. Your relationship with yourself is key this week. All right, let's get some messages of love. Boundaries. Firm boundaries are needed right now. Yeah, because I got a feeling people are kind of walking all over shit. Nope, but you don't need to be dramatic about it. True love. This love is emotional, physical, and unconditional, and strictly sexual. Now, I hate when this card comes out because it's hard to try to fit the message in. So for some of you, this connection is passionate but not enduring. And I really believe, for the first time in my tarot history with this card, I think it makes sense in your reading, because you may be holding back that connection. And with your ruler going into Cancer again, I have a feeling that emotional energy is coming in here. True love, the love is emotional, physical, and unconditional. You see how we've got the physical, now we have the emotional, and also the unconditional. So just remember that. We're moving into a phase with our relationships here. It's gone beyond sexual now, which is great. Really great. It's change, it's transformation. This relationship has reached a level. Don't be afraid of it. Step into it. Okay? All right, let's get some. What's the vibe? Let's spill the tea on this, shall we? Narcissist, yeah. Egotistical, opportunist, and fragile. Yeah, so we're staying away from this type of behavior. We're staying away from acting in this type of behavior too. All right? And waves, emotion, worry, and fear. Right. So don't create waves. Calm those emotions. Don't hold them in either. It's time to release. It's time to change. It's time to overcome this. See what I'm saying? All right. Let's get a closing message for you, Taurus. So, great shifting energy here. Slow and steady, I think, which is good. Oh, yeah. So this week, we just need to focus on joy. Joy is the dance of the soul. Enjoy every moment. So indulge yourself in joy this week. Love that. This is the first time we've got this card. Absolutely love it. All right, Taurus. Don't let your waves of emotion or anyone else get in your way. This is about going within and really taking care of yourself, because you've overindulged for a little bit here for the summer. Now it's time to move forward. Lots of energy is shifting here for you in a positive fashion. Just focus on joy and you'll experience more of it. All right, Taurus, I love you so much. Have a great week. Thank you for watching, and I will see you this weekend. Gemini, welcome. It's Jeff here at Raise Your Vibration TV, and that means it's time for your weekly tarot reading. And this tarot reading is going to be for July 28th all the way to August 3rd. So welcome, Gemini. Hope you had a great weekend and hope you're ready for this week. Astrologically, we don't have that much going on, and it's a good thing because we've had so many shifts recently that it's good to move into some of these downtime weeks where we can calibrate and readjust our energy, because you know it's been just off the record, okay? Now, July 30th Venus, the planet of love, is moving into an emotional sign, Cancer, a nurturing sign. We can get very nostalgic around this time. I know I do because on July 31st, that's my birthday. And this time of year is always nostalgic for me. I'm always replaying birthdays past of when I was a child in the summertime and how fortunate I was to have a birthday in the summer versus like someone in February. No offense, but damn. I just, I really enjoy this time of year. And you may be too. This may be bringing up some childhood stuff. Maybe at the end of July, beginning of August, that's when your parents went on vacation, just like mine did. So it could be bringing back that childhood nostalgia. Just a smell in the summertime can, a smell of a tomato plant can instantly bring me back to my childhood, Unbelievable stuff like that. But nurturing your relationships, expressing your emotions in not such a heated, volatile way. Remember, Leo can be a little extra, but Leo can be passionate about what they want to express. So if you find a good equilibrium between communicating your love and your emotions and stuff, you'll be golden this week. Okay. So the first quarter phase on August 1st starts, and this is the moon gaining light. And you can probably notice, if you look up in the sky tonight, you'll see that the moon is gaining light, and you can see it's like that fingernail. They call that Diana's bow. This is when you really put those intentions out for that possibility, that potential for that new moon. But what it's time to do now for this first quarter phase is to start making decisions and actions to overcome the challenges that come forward with these new beginnings. Okay. So there's always some adjustments to be made, some decisions to make, and some action to take place. Okay. So by 1 month of doing these, we're going to be so in tune with the lunar phase that you are just going to skate through life, man. I'm telling you, getting in touch with lunar phases really, really gets you in touch with the energy that's going around us. The moon has a very, very huge influence on us that otherwise we would not have tides. It goes right along with women's cycles, and it goes on and on and on. It affects our behavior. So getting into the right phase with the moon phase is excellent to move in the rhythm of life. So this week's angel numbers are 232, and it's all about trust. So trust in yourself and the universe, have faith in the divine plan, and trust that everything is unfolding as it should. Everything works out in my favor. The earth supports me. The universe guides me. I am safe. I am loved. I am protected. Wow. Say that again with me. Everything works out in my favor. The universe always has my back. The earth supports me. The universe guides me. I am safe. I am loved. I am protected. Fuck. You want to talk about shifting the energy in your reality? You can do that this week. Now, let's get a message from your guides. This is from the Angels, Gods, and Goddesses deck. And they're going to let us know what we need to be aware of, or the wisdom that comes through. Maybe we're going through something right now, and we just have to trust the plan. We're overcoming challenges, and I think that challenge is trust and putting it into action. So let's get your message. Ooh, which one do we choose? The one at the top. Angel of Psychic Ability. Your intuitive and psychic abilities are strong at present. All right, so trust your intuitive abilities. They're spot on. So go with them. Let's read up on it. There it is. Your intuitive and psychic abilities are very strong, Gemini, at this present moment, and this gives you the ability to see through things. You are being urged to pay particular attention to what you sense and feel, rather than what you are told or shown. Trust your instincts when you are around other particular people or situations. You will instinctively know what is right for you, regardless of the statistics or how professionally it is presented. If something doesn't feel right for you, then it's not. Okay? Trust. Wow. All right, now, let's see what's going to possibly muck up the works with our shadow work. So basically what this deck is, and the intention for this deck is to present us with the shadow quality for the week that we need to work on. And it always works out so well. Okay. So there we go. What is it for Gemini? Spirit awakening. Sit with your shadows. It's the way to enlightenment. Wow. Intuition and spirituality. Trust, psychic abilities, strong, trust, awaken to your intuitive abilities. Everybody has them, you know, and I've used mine my whole life. I had to use mine early in childhood as a trauma response. I had to feel out the room. Is mom and dad okay? Why does mom seem okay, but she's not? What happened here? What's going on? I walk into a classroom. I got to figure out, you know, who's the one that's the bully, you know, all of that. And the more you use your intuition, the stronger it gets. It's muscle memory. That's exactly what it is. We are all born with that intuitive ability. But most of us are taught not to trust our intuition and go with logic. And sometimes logic don't fucking cut it. You know what I mean? So trust the universe and your intuitive abilities and awaken your spirit. It's okay to sit with your shadows. You got to overcome that challenge there. Wow. All right, Gemini. Let's get the vibe for the week. Trust your intuition. Trust the universe. Trust the plan. Yeah, it's you, spirit awakening. You're letting your spirit come through instead of being it bogged down by dogma and old patterns and beliefs that were impressed on you as a child, you know? Now it's time that your spirit's awakening. And once that baby awakens, everybody look the fuck out. For real. All right, let's get the vibe for you this week. 4 cards, huh? Gemini's readings have been kind of short. Yeah, you're wasting your energy. I'm going to tell you right now, this week, don't waste your energy with anxiety. Trust the plan. Anxiety is nothing more than the uncertainty of the future. And uncertainty is the only certainty there is. So you're wasting your energy worrying, shoulda, woulda, coulda, and being anxious. It doesn't work for you, Gemini. You're in your head. Get out of it. In fact, the message here is King of Cups, trust your intuition. You can't make this shit up. Get in touch with your feelings. Why are you feeling this way? What can I do about this? And here's my remedy for anxiety. Are you ready? Grab a pen and paper, write it down. Anxiety and excitement are on the same spectrum. They are the same feeling, okay? They are an anticipation. One is negative, one is positive. So when you start to feel the negative impression, anxiety, you stop yourself. Because that's another thing. You are not to let your thoughts just play out, just go down this negative rabbit hole without you going, wait a minute, whoa. We're not thinking that way. I'm going to take a deep breath. I'm going to think of something I'm grateful for in my life. I'm going to smile while I do it. I'm going to laugh at myself. I'm like, oh no, Jeff, not today. You're not going to get anxious about that. Okay, I understand. I get it. I don't know what's going to happen with this situation or the future or whatnot. But I do know this. I'm going to get excited about it. Because whatever is coming is fucking better for me than it was before, because I'm allowing that. So I'm going to be excited about what's to come now. You've changed the game. Trust me. Try it. You'll love it. Ace of Cups is a new beginning in love with yourself and with others. Big opportunity to love yourself here. Self-care is important because it will regulate this energy here. Huge message for you, Gemini. Pay attention. Wow. I like it. I like it a lot. All right. I am marathoning these readings. I have basically done every single reading for everybody all in one morning because My daughter had her wedding reception on Saturday, so that took up all my week, and just all this going out and having fun, and my kids they live in San Antonio, so they came up and we had their wedding reception here for everybody here in Western New York. It was a fucking blast. It was great, beautiful, and so I'm doing all the readings on Monday morning, so you'll get this Monday afternoon. So special occasion. My little baby got married. So, anyway, don't worry about it. It's going to work out. Okay. Just like this. I'm just marathoning these readings and not skipping a beat, baby. Now, use your inner wisdom. Trust. This is faith in the universe. This is the Hierophant. Trust. Trust in a sacred union. Trust in your relationships. Trust in where the universe is guiding you. Power. Take your power back. Just because you're not in control of the future and you're just trusting it does not mean that you're not in control or in power. You are empowered by trust this week, and recognition and reward. It pays off. It pays off. Wow. Let's look at love. Maybe this is what this is about, is maybe you met somebody, Gemini, and now all of a sudden the gears are turning here. Are they giving you mixed signals? Are you just living in the past? So let's find out. Oh boy. Let's find out. Yeah. The things in the past. So there's clarification. This is about relationships. The things in the past have made you very defensive and put your walls up. Well, if we want love and beauty and all the good things in our life, we have to take down our walls. There's no reason why you can't put up boundaries, though. And that's what you need to do in relationships. Again, have faith that it's not always going to turn out this way. It will if you constantly review it and think of it. See what I'm saying? Queen of Swords cuts all cords, speaks her truth, takes her power back. Goddamn right. And the Knight of Wands takes action. There's a change coming here. Welcome it. Work on yourself. Trust. Especially when it comes to relationships. Let's get messages of love. We're just trucking along. Look at that. New love or recommitment to love is developing. Big message, Gemini. Ace of Cups, standing on its own. And second chance. Whoa. This relationship deserves a second chance. Recommitment, second chance. Give it a shot. Trust. Wow. Wow. Let's get the vibe. Wow. That's incredible. Envy. Resentment. Resentful, competitive, and discontent. All right. Well, yes, I can understand. Yeah, that puts the walls up. Five of Cups is showing that could be you. The resentfulness. The discontent. Paranoid, cautious, insecure, and guarded. Yeah. Again, you're looking through the wall. You can't make this shit up. And feminine energy, especially Venus moving into Cancer. Gentleness, nurturing, and mothering. Queen of Swords. Taking care of yourself. Being gentle. Nurturing. A positive relationship. Letting go of the old ones, not having to compete for anybody's love or attention. Trusting the universe. All right. Let's get a closing message for you, Gemini. Oh my fucking God. I love my job. Trust. Trust your intuition. The universe guides you. I'm done. That's it. Pay attention, guys. This is a fucking banging reading. So many cards say the same thing. So disbelief should be well on its way running out the door because it just lost its case. You know what I mean? Pay attention. Trust is huge. Intuition is huge. The message couldn't be any more brighter, clearer, and better for you to understand this week, Gemini. And that's all you got to do. I love you all. Excellent reading. All right. Thank you for watching. Please like, share, comment, and subscribe. You know the deal. I'm not going to bore you with that. I just want you to trust. Trust, okay? You need a personal reading. You can get a hold of me also, Let's work on this. All right? I love you so much. Have a great week, and I will see you on the weekend. Cancer, welcome. It's Jeff here at Raise Your Vibration TV, and that means it's time for your weekly tarot reading. And this tarot reading is going to be for July 28th all the way to August 3rd. So welcome, Cancer. Thank you for being here. Feels so good. Let's have a sit down. Let's talk about the energy of this week, all right? Hope your weekend was great. Let's open up to the energy that's available to us for this week. Now, on July 30th, Venus, the planet of love, is moving into your sign. All right. Okay. This could be a time to do an emotional release. It could be very nostalgic around this time. Maybe this time of year brings back some childhood memories. I know it does for me. Summertime always does, especially this week. This week is special, and I'll let you know why. But Venus in your sign is you're really in the feels. You're feeling the love. And if it's an overabundance of sadness, release that. Have a good cry. Get your ugly cry on. You know what I mean? Because when you release that, it feels so much better afterwards, and it gives you clarity, okay? Not to bottle things in. It could also be bringing in creativity and romance. You could just be feeling inspired. This is kind of like a boost for you. So allow it into your life. Now, July 31st, it's not really on an astrological calendar, but the world just got a little bit brighter. July 31st, 1969. And of course, it's my birthday. I'm a card-carrying gold member Leo. That's right. And July 31st is my birthday. And the only reason why I'm bringing it up is not for you to put in the comments happy birthday, which you need to do. But but it's because this spring, I declared, you know what? I'm going to have a better summer than I did last year, because last year was just one fantastic blur of good food, good people, good love, good vibes, everything, good music, good drinks, everything. Okay. It was a great summer, great birthday party, had a great fucking summer. This summer, I wanted to top it. So I just thought I was going to be doing more of the shit my daughter says I should need to slow down on. She's like, Daddy, you go like extra in the summertime, but this is my jam. Summer is my jam. This year, however, and I don't know whether it was the car accident in February or it's just the way things unfolded, because, if you do remember at the start of the summer, I was like, just take this in, be in the moment, be in the present moment instead of just hitting the marks and moving on, just really take in every moment. And I think that's what I've been doing. And I haven't been going out that much. I haven't been throwing a lot of parties here, and I got everything. I got more to throw parties with than I did before last year, but I'm not. It's been quiet. I'm tending my garden, which is just flourishing right now. I'm tending my flowers. I got sunflowers growing all over the place. I'm in a routine. I go work out in the morning. I do my readings. I'm doing my studio. My house is in order. I go to my center. I'm doing work there. I come home. I have a great dinner. I go in for a nice long walk. I'm exercising. I'm outside. I'm never inside until right now, so I have just been taking in this energy. Maybe you're doing the same thing too. The summer I thought I was going to have, I am having it, but in a very solitary way, which I'm very comfortable with. I have not had fear of missing out, FOMO energy, all summer. So I'm grateful for that. Something switched, and it's okay. I got this. Everyone's asking, so no birthday celebration? What's going on? You throwing a party? What's going on this weekend? I don't know. Just leaving it up in the air, letting the universe kind of guide me to see what happens. Maybe you need to do the same thing too. So maybe it's this first quarter energy we're slipping into on August 1st. Now, I told you you're going to learn moon phases. And Cancer, you are ruled by the moon, so pay attention to what you're being taught here. This is when the moon starts to gain light from the new moon. The moon is dark. You know, it's very uncertain, but there's a lot of potential brewing here. Now, as the moon starts to grow in light, as you go outside tonight and look, you'll see that the moon has that fingernail look. It's starting to grow in light. They call that Diana's bow. This is when the first quarter steps in. This is when we start to overcome the challenges that are being presented as more light is being introduced. It's time to make some decisions and actions around this time. First quarter energy is building that momentum. Okay? Interesting. Now, let's get your angel number, angel numbers for this week for you, Cancer. And it's 789 with self-care. Practice self-care. Ensure you're getting enough rest and engaging in let's rewind that. Engaging in activities that bring joy into your life. Now, that's huge. Interesting. You may have something to say. Get it off your chest. I never cough like that at random. There it is. 789. 789. All right, let's get a message from your guides with the angels, gods, and goddesses deck. So yeah, I'm marathoning these readings on Monday morning because my daughter, we had her Western New York wedding reception on Saturday. You know, Princess doesn't get one reception, she gets two. And it's been one crazy week. They're home for the week. And so we're going out to dinner all the time and planning and doing all of this stuff and hanging out. And, you know, and then Saturday was the big day. Usually I have the readings done by Saturday night, you know, but everything, you know, life sometimes happens. So I'm committed to what I do here. So I am on my day off because Monday is my day off from everything. But I'm marathoning these, challenging myself. But in the meantime, I'm like, you know, I'll record 3. I'll go outside. Like I watered my garden, took care of my plants, did some weeding, came back in, did another 3. So I'm just marathoning these bitches. And I got 2 more to do. So happy to be doing yours. This is Angel of Healing. So your guides want you to know this. The angels have felt your sadness and have shown up today to send you healing. Awesome. Love that. Love the pastel colors in that. All right, let's read up on it. So yeah, Jessica got married and proud dad moment. Usually I probably would have banged all these out yesterday on Sunday, but Daddy got a little soused. Those 7/7s were going down so nice, and the venue was beautiful. It was out in the country in a big barn, beautiful barn, you know, and it just wasn't a barn. It was like a facility, you know, beautiful, hot as hell, but it's the summertime. What'd you expect? So it was great. So I'm marathoning all these Monday, and I love it. I'm up for the challenge because I love my channel and I love you. All right, Angel of Healing. Your Angel of Healing has felt your sadness and has shown up in your reading today to reflect healing light into your heart. Your angel wishes you to know that you are loved more than you can possibly imagine, Cancer. Even though you feel alone and unloved at times, know that you are eternally loved. Whether you feel it or not, you are dearly loved and appreciated by many on the earth plane, me included. I'm serious. As well as in the angelic realm. So, close your eyes right now. Place your hand upon your heart. And feel the healing light pour through as you feel the presence of your angel. Feel yourself being supported by the universal life force of love. And imagine yourself glowing with light. Talk to your angel. Ask anything you wish. Share anything you wish. You may communicate through writing or simply through thoughts and feelings. Doubt not that your angels exist. You will receive a positive sign or confirmation of some kind in the next few days, which will help you to both trust and believe. Wow. Self-care, healing. We could end the reading right here, but we're going to use the Shadow Oracle to see what kind of shadow work we need to do this week. Be aware of how does it link into our self-care and our healing, because that's a challenge you need to overcome with this first quarter energy, phase energy, okay? So let's see what shadow we need to work on this week. Be aware of, discover, release, avoidance. That's huge. It's key to see the need to avoid discomfort, but also to overcome it and thrive. This is about confronting the shit that you avoid because it'll help you make progress. Wow. So you may be avoiding self-care. You may be avoiding healing and releasing your sadness and just sitting in it while the summer just passes you by. Interesting. It's time to take action and make decisions with that first quarter phase. Love the way these readings turn out every single time. Thank you so much, because this isn't me. You know what I mean? You can believe that, but when you really break it down to its molecular level, it's not of me. It's working through me because I allow that. I'm not avoiding anything. I'll tell you that much right now. So let's get the vibe for you this week, shall we? Cancer, thank you so much for being here. You are loved. Remember that. And get some fucking sleep. And good sleep. You know, the kind where you remember your dreams. That kind of sleep. Ooh. Ooh. Oh, hell yeah. Okay, so King of Swords to the Queen of Cups. This is, I'm not letting my past affect me. I'm speaking my truth. I'm making this work. Queen of Cups is not trying to control things, but just regulating her emotions, trusting her intuition, and letting the universe guide her. It empowers the shit out of you. There's an idea that needs to be birthed here too. Pay attention to the moon. A nurturing energy, very nurturing with the Queen of Cups and the Empress energy here. This is nurturing. And the King of Swords is making a decision to no longer. He's looking at that avoidance. Look at him. He's like, yeah, well, I'm going to be working on you, bitch. We're not avoiding shit. It's stopping our progress. And confrontation, yes, you may cower from confrontation with yourself or others, but it's necessary. It's a necessity, and it's necessary. It's time to release your burdens. Some of you could be moving, but get rid of that clutter, mental, baggage, whatever it is. She'd be moving so much faster without it. And Three of Wands is something you've been waiting for, and it comes to you. Being patient, trusting. But I love how the middle is the Empress, and that's self-care. That's taking care of yourself. There's a huge thing. Stop avoiding the necessary thing of taking care of yourself. I love it. All right, let's get some oracles. Wow. Ooh. Yeah, speaking your truth, making decisions, speaking them to the universe, movements, choices, and decisions. Lots of moving here. No longer avoiding. Now the Emperor is out with the authority, taking action. Wow. Passion ignited. That's what happens. Ace of Wands. And positive movement forward. Messages coming through. Wow. What a transformative energy. See what happens when you take care of yourself? You make the decision to do it. It fucking pays off immediately. Now let's look at love, because for some reason, I'm getting a sneaky suspicion that this shit is connected to some fucking hang up with a relationship. Just got this sneaky suspicion. I'm usually right about this stuff. So let's see what we have for love for Cancer this week. Stressed out about it. That's probably why you need the rest and the sleep. It's time to heal that. Yeah, fear of failure, being left out, FOMO. Could be going through that. You're not missing a thing. You're being quarantined or, put in the corner because you need to do this work and stop avoiding it. That's for sure. And you got to say something here. King of Swords, again, just speaking up. Taking that action. Letting go of past regrets. Shoulda, woulda, coulda. I get it. But it's not serving you. And the star, it's all about healing. Healing this week. It's time to move on and finally work on this. This is a great message. Everyone's messages have been great. It's just unbelievable. So make it happen, guys. Cancer, this is it. This is it. For you to really just break free and stop avoiding this. You need this. Oh my fucking God. Self-care. Clear your energy field and focus on yourself before acting. Healing. Making the decision, not avoiding it. True love. This love is emotional, physical, and unconditional. This is with yourself as well. Open up to this. And new love. A new love or recommitment to love is developing. Pay attention. Heal yourself from past traumas. It's time to stop avoiding this and open up to love. You heard it here first. I'm telling you, it's going to happen. Shit is going to change. It takes little effort to think big as it is to think small. The same amount of effort. For some reason, I had to say that. All right. What's the vibe? What else can they tell us? Exhausted, burned out, burdened, and empty. Well, it's time to fill yourself up. This is what the self-care is about. So pay attention to that. Legal. Lawyers, court, or paperwork. Are you avoiding paperwork? Are you avoiding court orders? Do you have warrants out for your arrest? Oh, shit. That's funny. That's just funny. Maybe there's some things you need to work on here. If it's not legal, then it's about, being fair with yourself. It's avoiding the things that, you got to do. And daydreaming. Yeah, head in the clouds, delusion, hopes, and dreams. Make the hopes and dreams come to reality. And the delusion is you're not paying attention. You're, again, avoidance. This is a part of avoidance. So work on your hopes and dreams. Allow them to manifest. Something's coming here when you take care of yourself. Now, let's get a closing message for you and see what we have. Peace. Wow. This week, find inner peace in moments of stillness and not avoidance. Wow. Cancer. Incredible reading. Thank you so much for watching. I love you all. Don't forget to watch The Freaking Weekend. That's posted midweek. That gives you the vibe for the weekend. Self-care is all that matters here. And opening up to new love. Because something's coming. You heard it here first. All right, Cancer, have a great week. I love you all, and I will see you on the weekend.
Leo, welcome. It's Jeff here at Raise Your Vibration TV, and that means it's time for your weekly tarot reading. And this tarot reading is going to be for July 28th all the way to August 3rd. So welcome, Leo. Happy birthday for us 28th through the 3rd. Leos, like me. My birthday is July 31st. Yes, yes, yes. Love it. Love it. Love it. Kind of think I'm keeping it low key this year, though. Usually I make a big deal out of it all week, I just might kind of keep it, I don't know, just kind of quiet,
Spend it with the ones I love. That's all that matters to me, you know? So, yeah, happy birthday to all my fellow Leos out there. Who else is a July 31st birthday? Let me know in the comments. That'd be great. Maybe we share a lot of characteristics. I'd like to see, let's do some research. Let's figure it out. Let's get together. All right, Leos, let's talk about the energy for this week, this very special week, because that's when we were born. If you were born this week, I love you all. July 31st, the planet of love, Venus, moves into Cancer. So we're moving into a more emotional energy here with our love and seeking that. Seeking true warmth and feeling. Sorry, I'm a little stuffed up. I don't know what's going on. It seems like at night now when I'm in my studio and the windows are open, it's for some reason something's just kicking up and just making me all stuffed up. It's weird. Only at night, and then it'll last for an hour, and then it's gone. Like it's starting to break up in my nose now, but Aries reading was like, "Hi, Aries." It was horrible. So, yeah. If you hear me snortling, it's I'm sorry. I'll try to hit the mute, but oh well. So we've got Venus in the feels this week. So let's work on that. Maybe working on some emotional issues. Getting down deep in how we feel. And then July 31st is my birthday, so we'll celebrate that silently or loudly, whatever way you prefer. And August 1st, we move into now the first quarter phase. And the first quarter phase for this moon is starting to overcome challenges and making decisions and actions toward that. So we started with the new moon with our intentions and the potential for intentions and new beginnings. And now we're starting to see the challenge ahead of us. And we're making decisions and actions based on how we're moving forward. Okay? So this is when we start to build a little momentum here. All right? So that's all we got for this week. Which is, a feel-good kind of energy, of course. So let's get some angel numbers and see what they have for us, Leos. Boom. And it's balance with 222. I just saw 222 today. I saw angel numbers from the time I woke up till right now. All right, and this is all about balance, Leo. Maintain harmony this week and balance in your life to manifest your desires. You have to have that balanced energy. Make a decision to focus on balance and maintaining that harmony by being that harmony, okay? Now, let's get a message from our Angels, Gods, and Goddesses deck and see what our guides have for us this week. What do we have for the 28th to the 3rd? For us, lovely guides, what do we have? What do we need to know? Well, that's a lot. There we go. Goddess of Beauty. You are a wondrous being of light, Leo. There is nothing to change or fix. Goddamn right. I couldn't have said it better myself. Let's read a little bit more into that, shall we? Nothing to change or fix. That's right. Perfect. Is that what it may be saying? Is that we're perfect in all our flaws and everything else? You are a wondrously beautiful being of light, Leo, yet you cannot see it because you are comparing yourself to others instead of looking honestly and loving at yourself. Meditate upon the image on this card and allow your light and natural beauty to shine through. You are beautiful just as you are. There is nothing to change or fix. Just love and accept yourself as you are. As you honor the beautiful person that you are, others will feel the light and warmth radiating from you. As a result, you will attract wonderful and generous people that will love and appreciate you for all you truly are. Just be yourself. That is where the beauty lies. All right. Love that. And love that for you. I do. Now,
Let's get some shadow work for the week. What do we need to be aware of? What's the message our shadow is telling us? Interesting. I love this card. Love these decks, especially this one. Break chains. The only way to overcome blocks is to confront them, and that's self-limiting beliefs. So, the goddess of beauty is telling you you're dimming your own light. And it's time to get over that and those self-limiting beliefs. Think about that. Breaking those chains, dimming your light. Sometimes other people don't dim our light. We do. We dim our own light. I'm guilty of it. Interesting. So break the chains that bind you. Be that magnificent unicorn. All right, Leo, let's get the vibe for you. This week. Yeah, I'm recording these Sunday night because it was my daughter's wedding reception this weekend. So we had a great weekend. She was home. She lives in San Antonio, and it was fantastic. Good time had by all. Wow, look at that. The sun is out. It sure the fuck is. Look at this. You don't need to fight, compete for anyone's attention. You don't need to cause any drama and stay out of drama. In fact, we need to nurture ourselves. How? With grounding, knowing that we're worthy of things, and accepting change as it is. We need to nurture that for ourselves this week, Leo. But it's about shining as brightly as the sun and not dimming our light. That's who we are. Grounding is very important this week, and opening up to it, staying focused on the goal, and it will bear fruit. I love this energy. This is great energy, feeling good, making a change, getting that harmony and balance into your life. Wow. Okay, let's get some oracles. Let's get some oracles for you, Leo. So this is a great message. You know, be aware of drama. Keep cool and all of that. You don't need to react. Don't focus on things that are going to put you out of balance and out of harmony. You know what I'm saying? So let's see what the oracles have to say. Yeah. Some of you trapped in fear. Get out of it. Keep pushing, keep going. Temperance with patience. Okay? And fertility. This is empowerment. That's what this is about this week. Is not letting our fear our limiting beliefs bind us up, breaking those chains. Positive movement forward. Another 8. So we're moving out of fear into forward movement, and it's beautiful. Excellent. Now, let's look at love. See what's going on in the love department. Because I want to know. Do you want to know? Are any of you single Leos out there? I mean, what the fuck is going on? See, like right away, I'm asking, what's going on? Well, yeah, Jeff, what is going on? It's not out there. It's not out there. It's going on. What's going on in here? That's what I should be asking. That's what you should be asking is if I'm not seeing love like I envisioned it, what's going on here? You got to ask yourself that. Are you trapped in fear? Are you impatient with your process? Are you letting past experiences dim your light? So let's find out. And that and more on this portion of the episode of what's going on with my love life. Okay, now, it may be something from the past, maybe beliefs, maybe a person, has got you stuck. Again, self-limiting beliefs. Trapped in fear. This could be part of why this isn't manifesting in your life. Hermit. Yeah, I've been definitely the hermit this summer. Okay. I'm using my inner wisdom. I really am. King of Pentacles. Something stable. Someone that's more on your level, I guess. Yeah. You're open to that. And you deserve that also. So step into that energy. Step into that energy because there is an offer here. Maybe the King of Pentacles is offering you that. So somebody may be coming towards you later this week. And look at that. Success and victory and 9 of Cups, wish fulfillment. So again, this is great energy. Pay attention to the 9s. 9 with the Hermit, 9 with the 9 of Cups, and 9 with the 9 of Pentacles. Very telling. And look at that. Don't give up. Release and let go. Release self-limiting beliefs. Let go of past hurts. Let go of self-limiting beliefs. Let go of drama. You don't need it. Don't give up on love this week, Leo. Because it's just about to knock at your door. Are you going to answer or are you going to hide? I do that sometimes. I don't want someone to come. God forbid if someone comes to my house unannounced. I don't like that shit. You know what I mean? Like, don't be showing up here unannounced. I'm already going to have an attitude. I don't care if you got $1 million. I'm going to be like, could have text first. You know, I'm just like that. Oh, that's probably why I'm not in a relationship. Okay. Apology. You can expect the apology you want to hear. So for some of you Leos this week, you could be getting that apology. That Ace of Pentacles kind of proves that there. Be patient. Okay. Interference, an external party is intruding on this relationship. So maybe somebody's fucking with your energy, or you're allowing somebody to fuck with your energy. Again, be patient with this. Empowerment. This is about building character this week for you, building your strength. And new love. Oh, damn. New love or a recommitment to love. Yeah, the 6 of Cups. So there could be another relationship coming back into play here. Wow. Don't give up. Release your limiting beliefs or it will pass you by. All right, let's get what's the vibe. This is a very positive reading. You know, it's letting your inner beauty shine. That's an attractor. You're an energetic magnet. What are you attracting this week? All right, let's get what's the vibe. Let's see what's going on here. Okay. All right. Running, escape, denial, and excuses. Okay. Maybe going on a vacation too. But for most of you, we're not dealing with things. Don't give up. Release. Okay? Drowning, yeah, because this is what happens. Over your head, overextended, rock bottom. And a lot of you are coming out from the depths. Okay? I see a lot of that, especially when you're breaking the chains. Because this week, laughter, happiness, joy is part of your healing process. And just in the face of adversity, you just smile and wave. You don't give up. You focus on your joy. You focus on the things that bring balance and harmony into your life this week instead of focusing on the fear and running from it, you know, and making excuses of not taking care of this. You know, like I said, yeah, I want to know what's going on with love. What's going on out there? No, it's going on in here. So there may be some excuses, some in denial that we have seen, you know, it's just that, you know, in my case, I wouldn't say that I hit rock bottom, but since my accident in February, yeah, it's been one fuck of a ride, you know, but I'm coming out stronger, bigger, badder than ever, you know, so you just got to keep going. All right, Leo, that is going to do it for this week. No, it's not. Because you know why? Because we got cosmic energy cards. It just felt like to end on a good note like that. But let's see. Let's wrap it up. My lovely Leos. Okay. Yeah. This is all that matters this week is peace. Absolutely. You know, and that card really brought tears to my eyes because when it all is said and done with everything that has been
going on. Finding inner peace in moments of stillness is the way to go. That's the best way to release. Grounding, getting outside, that touches me. Because I thought this summer, for me, my peace would be going out and partying and meeting people and, socializing. And it's not it. It's the exact opposite this summer. This summer is taking stock, and really opening up to the lovely, beautiful energy around me. And I feel peace and harmony. And I don't need external things to bring me that. It's a state of mind. It's not where you're at. It's, you don't have to go to find peace. It's there in the stillness. Like, I can't wait to get done with these readings. I'm going to go and water my garden, and it, when the sun is setting in my yard, that's a moment of stillness. I can't wait to connect to, It's weird. It's like night and day. Like last summer, all I wanted to do was party. And this summer, all I want to do is just be okay and be peaceful with myself. Because I'm so grateful I'm still here, Amazing. And I hope you're able to break these limiting beliefs that keeps you from really shining your light, Leo. Because this is what it's all about. And maintain that harmony in your life and eliminate anything that sets you from it. Okay? Leo, happy birthday. I love you all. Thank you for watching. Have a great week, and I will see you on the weekend.
Virgo, welcome. It's Jeff here at Raise Your Vibration TV, and that means it's time for your weekly tarot reading. And this tarot reading is going to be for July 28th all the way to August 3rd. So welcome, Virgo. Hope you had a great weekend. Hope you are shifting and kind of settling into this energy. It's kind of cooled off a little bit. We've had all these players move different moves on the board, and now it's kind of time to settle in. Okay, we've got that Leo energy going in strong. So let's look at the astrology for this week. Not too much, but enough. July 30th, Venus, the planet of love, moves into Cancer. So we have a more nostalgia feel right now. We are getting in the feels, a little bit emotional, maybe releasing something, but it's a nurturing energy, maybe nurturing yourself this week. Okay, July 31st, it's not on any astrological calendar, although it should, but it's my birthday. So yeah, Leo season is in full kicking gear. And this year, I declared in the winter, I can't wait for summer. It's going to be better than it was last year. And I went hog wild last year. My daughter always says, Daddy, you really you go all out in the summer. And I do. I really enjoy myself. I throw parties. I'm barbecuing. I got, tanning parties in my yard, all that shit, I love the summertime. I live for it. And this year, maybe because of my accident in February, I've just gone within, and really have just enjoyed my garden and my yard and just kind of, being in my studio, not going out so much. I've gone out, but not as much as I have been in previous years. So something shifted here to where, like my birthday week, I'm always celebrating all week. And even my friends are like, so no plans? What's going on here? And it's just like, nah, I don't know. I just, it's not depression. I've sorted this out. It's not depression or anything like that. It's just, I'm enjoying the me time. I'm enjoying being with myself, possibly maybe the first time in a long time, You would think that after being medically quarantined, I guess, I couldn't do anything for 4 months. I was thinking maybe is that what it is? You've gotten okay being by yourself, which is great. That is an essential quality we have to go through is being okay with ourselves. But it's just been weird, just because it's so unlike me. But I've soul searched and said, are you depressed? No, it's not. I feel good at the end of the day. I don't have FOMO, fear of missing out. You know what I mean? I used to have that before. I don't now. So something switched, but maybe that happens for you this summer too. I'm really just taking it in, you know? All right, now, August 1st, we're moving into our first quarter phase with the moon. That means it's growing in light, and we're starting to make some decisions and actions to overcome the challenges that that are starting to come to light with the potential for the new beginnings at the new moon, okay? We're going to be learning new moon phases every week here. So you're going to get right in line. After a while, you're going to know exactly, oh, it's the first quarter. All right, it's time to make decisions and actions. Okay, let's start your reading, Virgo, with your angel numbers for this week. And they are 890 with renewal. You are experiencing renewal and fresh beginnings. Release the past and embrace the opportunities for growth and transformation ahead. Excellent. So, we've got the opportunity for renewal here by releasing the past and embracing our true potential here. Now, let's get a message from our guides from the Angels, Gods, and Goddesses deck. These are mighty big cards. I love them. I've had this deck for years. All right, let's get a message for you, Virgo. What do we have for you? Okay. It's making me work. It's making me shuffle. They want to make sure that message for you, Virgo, is spot on this week. Let's see. What do we have? And it's Goddess of the Unknown. A new chapter of your life is around the corner. Remove fear and embrace the unknown. Hell yeah. Hell yeah. Let's read that. Let's read up on that. Goddess of the Unknown. Don't know what's going to happen, but it's going to be good. Last one on the page. Only through the darkness of night are we able to see the beautiful tapestry of light which stems from the stars above us. This card, Virgo, is here to help you ease your fears about the future and of the unknown. Even though you presently cannot see the light at the end of the tunnel, you are being urged by the goddess to trust. You are always on the right path, even when you think you've strayed completely off it. A major chapter in the story of your life has recently come to a close, and an exciting new chapter is about to begin. Through the current emptiness, the seeds of a fertile new future sprout through. Soon, you will see the light shining as brightly as ever. Very positive message here. Embrace the unknown. Let go of your fear of the unknown. Again, there's renewal here. An opportunity for growth. Now, let's get our shadow work oracle for this week and see what we need to work on. And we have two. Mental contest. Strength isn't from winning. Struggles define strengths. So this is about control, power, and things being repressed. What are we repressing here? It's kind of like a mental contest. Resentment. Okay, this is probably what's going on. It often festers, causing a desire for revenge. Let go of the past to find peace. Huge message this week. Forgiveness, release, and serenity will give you that renewal. Interesting. So we've got to work on this. We've got to release this mental contest we're having with ourselves, and it all comes down to resentment. Shoulda, woulda, coulda energy. All right, damn. Let's get your message for the week. Let's get the vibe for the week, I should say. We've got plenty of messages already. A lot of energy to work with. Again, not so many big shifts like we've had in the previous week. So this week and next week is going to be a little bit more easier to manage. Again, this almost takes on the lazy days of summer, the dog days of summer. Anything else for this week for Virgo? Okay. Wow. Ooh. It's early in the morning and I haven't stretched, so when I drop a card, I'm like, oh. All right, let's see. Yeah. Okay. We need to walk away from the past. The universe has your back. The universe is saying do it. big time energy coming in here. I'm going to put the Ace of Cups right there because this is a new beginning in love for some of you. It's going to be very successful, but there's a big thing here, and it's a what if, because we're not going to see this new beginning for our single Virgos if we don't release the past. The Eight of Cups and the Knight of Swords is saying, that's enough. Trust the universe. Put it out there. Ace of Cups is a new beginning in love. The Lovers and the Chariot. Are you kidding me? This is great energy. Excellent energy. Very good. Step in to your relationships. Nurture your relationships, especially with yourself, and let go of the past. That's a huge message for you this week. Wow. I love it. Love the way that's coming up. But the King of Swords, you may have something to say. Just release it. All right, universe, take this from me. I release this. It does not serve you. There's no doubt about that. Yeah, look at that. Moving on. Being successful. Getting out of this. There's a huge message. Discontent and boredom. Do not pass up this opportunity that's in front of you. This is the Four of Cups energy. That's like just letting the past, being mired in the past. And the Fool card and the Four of Wands. New beginnings, especially when it comes to home. Maybe doing some remodeling at home. Moving in with your partner, maybe. There's huge new beginnings here. A renewal. A second chance. You heard it here first. All right, let's look at love. Wow. Great reading this week. What is going on here, huh? I like it. But there's things we need to let go of. Yeah, the Five of Swords is telling us, yeah, it's time to move forward. It's time to adapt a new way of thinking at relationships. Messages coming in, new ways of thinking, that mental contest over, and you declare yourself the winner. Letting go of the past, nurturing yourself, trusting your intuition when it comes to relationships, releasing that emotion that's still pent up, and the Two of Wands. You're ready for this. You're ready for a commitment. I think you're ready to move forward and making plans that are going to be very successful for you. So this week, you're vibing with this energy really well. And if you're not, you've got to work on this. And it's maybe fear of the unknown and definitely past experiences that have kind of caused a little trauma here that keep you stagnant, All right, so let's get some messages of love. Interference. An external party is intruding on this relationship. All right, so this could be in a physical form of actually a real person or people. For some of you, it is. And I think for others, it's the external force is you, and that's your mind. And we need to work on that. You start with acceptance. Everything happens for a reason here, so maybe a relationship didn't work out and you moved on from it. And you're still kind of trying to figure out what the deal is. But I'm telling you, this week, it finally comes to fruition. And stability, this relationship can stand the test of time. You're ready for a new stable relationship. And you just have to make that change. Again, it's a renewal for you. I love it. Now let's get what's the vibe, Virgo. Some of you are opening yourself up to love. And I think there's a fear here. I think you've already done it, but there's a fear here that keeps you from really opening up to the opportunity. So if you're like, hey, where's my lover? It hasn't happened yet. Well, let go of the expectation and just, okay, let's do it. Longing, missing you, let's talk and reunion. For some of you, there could be some of that going on. Maybe a dinner date. You're ready for it, I'm sure. Lust, greed, by any means necessary and inconsiderate. So this is kind of what we're getting rid of. I don't like that card. I mean, I don't understand the representation here. I'm really trying to understand this. And today, good vibes, being in the now and in the moment. That's all that matters. That's crazy. All right, let's get a closing message for you. So just be in the now. Just live for today instead of longing about the future. And lusting over the past. That creates that resentment. Release it. Forgiveness is the highest form of healing also. All right, let's get a closing message because we've said it all. We really have. And the first one, because you got 2, is strength for this week. Your inner strength is boundless. Unleash it. Love that card. Leo energy. Use that. And peace. Find inner peace in moments of stillness. Instead of fear of the unknown, be at peace with it and open up to it. Smile when you start to think of the unknown, because it's going to work out in your favor. All right, Virgo, that is going to do it for this week's energy for you. Please like, share, comment, and subscribe. I love you so much. Don't forget to watch The Freaking Weekend. That's posted midweek. That gives you the vibe for the weekend. And I am ready and able and willing to take your personal readings, tarot or astrology or both, in person or online. I got you covered. Click the link in the description and I will hook you up. It's a time for some self-care this week. Open up to it. Do not pass the opportunity up on any front. All right, Virgo, I love you all. Thank you for watching. Have a great week, and I will see you on the weekend. Libra, welcome. It's Jeff here at Raise Your Vibration TV, and that means it's time for your weekly tarot reading. And this tarot reading is going to be for July 28th all the way to August 3rd. So welcome, Libra. Thank you so much for being here. Hope you had a great weekend. Let's get ready for the week. And the reason why I'm screwing up everybody's signs is because I am literally marathoning all these readings in one shot. I normally don't do it. I span it out towards, after the freaking weekend starts, after the freaking weekend posts, I start recording the elements, fire, earth, air, and water. Well, in a span of 3 days, 2 days, maybe sometimes. And I am doing this from 7 in the morning, and it's now 10 a.m. on Monday, because that's an exception to the rule, folks. Sometimes life just happens, and mine does. And my daughter got married, had her wedding reception Saturday, so that was a big week for all of us, Beautiful time. Loved it all. So glad it's over with. Because we've had not one wedding, but 2. So, yeah, great time, though. Beautiful weather. It was a little hot, but it's fucking summer. Deal with it. Beautiful venue. Yeah, great food. Good times had by all. So, yeah. And yesterday was just recuperation day because Daddy got a little soused. And normally I don't, but those 7-7s were going down so nice. That was like slurring at the end of the night, You know how you get when the heat hits you, you're at a wedding, your shirt's halfway open, You know that guy, tie around his head, sweating like Meatloaf on stage, That was me. I got a heat rash from my cowboy boots. It's actually going away because I had high socks on and cowboy boots under jeans, and well, that just chafes my calves something fearless. So we're gonna ixnay on the boots-nay, especially in hot weather. I don't know how you wranglers and cowboys can do it. Maybe I'm just soft. I'll take a little from column A and column B. All right, so anyway, so that's why your reading is going to be a little extra goofy, because we're almost at the finish line here, and I've been doing nothing but drinking water and giving myself a little break, recording a reading, walking away, coming back. I'm so excited to be here and do your reading, so let's do it, shall we? This week is kind of okay. We got this. It's an exciting time for me. July 30th, Venus, the planet of love, your ruler, is moving into Cancer. Now, we're going to get a little nostalgia going on. And maybe this time of year does it for you, You could be also really hopefully expressing yourself with passion and not so much ego, but really speaking from the heart and letting your emotions, regulating your emotions, let them flow. Cancer can go dark sometimes, so we want to regulate that. We've got that fire and water energy wrestling for dominance right now. Let them work together. Get a nice boil, rolling boil. That's when you put the pasta in, salt the water.
All right. Now, July 31st, well, it's not on any astrological calendar, although it should be. It's my birthday. Oh, yeah. Fuck yeah. So it's an extra special week, of course. Everything just got a little bit brighter on July 31st, 1969. You know, it was so cool to say, yeah, I was born in 69. All right, man. Yeah, summer of love, you know. And now it's like you tell people, yeah, I was born in 69. They're like, what? You know, it's like right away you feel yourself age 10 years because you did that. Oh my God. So anyway, yeah, happy birthday to me. Yeah, I love it. But also August 1st, we are moving into the first quarter phase. So this is when the moon starts to gain light after the new moon. And it's a great time to make some decisions and take action, especially when it comes to overcoming challenges presented with the new moon. So there may have been, that's why the new moon is a dark moon. Sometimes it's not like new beginnings. It shows things that we need to overcome. Okay. So when we're doing moon phase work, it's very important to go along with the moon phase, to be aware of that, to move with that, because it affects us. The moon has an effect on the water bodies on our planet, and we are 78% water, folks. It's a little silly not to think that it doesn't have an effect on us. Why do you think people are called lunatics? Why do women cycle? Precisely with the lunar phase. Why, if we know the lunar phases to plant crops and to hunt, it gives you the most opportune times. And I could go on and on and on. Use the moon phases in your life. And with these readings, these weekly readings, by the fourth week, we're going to be through the phases here. There's 8 of them, so 8 weeks, you know. But you're going to be able to get right on time with that. You get on time with that, you get on time with your life. All right, enough of my palaver. Let's get the angel numbers for you this week. Which one? One on the bottom. Okay. And it's reassurance with 747. Trust your intuition and make practical decisions that align with your higher purpose. Your guardian angels are acknowledging your efforts. So be reassured that your angels are noticing the work you're putting into it and aligning yourself to higher vibed choices. Let's get a message from your guides. That's from the Angels, Gods, and Goddesses deck. Let's see what we got for you. Which one is it? This one. Angel of the Universe. You are being encouraged to expand your thinking, Libra. Okay. Let's read up on it. Angel of the Universe, what you trying to tell me? Okay, by choosing this card, Libra, you are being guided by your angels to look at your life and work from a broader, more universal perspective. This is maybe the challenge that you're overcoming in this phase. The angels congratulate you for all you have done to date to serve and help humanity and those around you. Yet it is time to move on to the next level. Be reassured you can. Trust your angels in the universe, for they will guide you. There is no need for anxiety or fear. You are simply being encouraged to think a little bigger. Start to imagine yourself in your work, reaching and touching large numbers of people without losing any of the integrity of what you want to do. Imagine all this happening with ease and only ways that will make you feel comfortable. It takes no more effort to think big than to think small. There's no need to do anything radical at this time. Remember, and Mercury is retrograde to a large degree, we create our reality by what we think about, dream about, and imagine. Simply think a little bigger and ask the angel of the universe to guide you. Fucking great message. Now, let's see what kind of shadow work we need to pay attention to this week with the Shadow Work Oracle. I've bought my fair share of decks in the last couple months, and I'm gonna tell you what, this Shadow Work Oracle deck, I fucking love it. I've incorporated it into my personal readings with people. I love it. We have 2 of these, okay? Hidden Desires.
Your deepest desires hold the seed of your potential, longing, passion, and feeling fulfilled. It's time for these hidden desires that you have to come out. Again, expand your thinking. That could be a clue to that. Okay? We're just going to move this over here. I want this to be in the picture. And defensive. Unseen resistance to unresolved issues. Explore with curiosity. So reflection, acceptance, and growth. So some things may make us a little defensive here. That stops our hidden desires from being acknowledged and brought into reality. You can be reassured that you're moving towards a higher purpose here. Damn, that's good. That's good energy. So it's trusting in the universe, and it's reassuring you this week. Go ahead. Let down your defenses. Let those hidden desires come through. You know, do some self-reflection. Accept that, yes, you may be defensive, and it could be from some hidden desires that aren't fulfilled. So it gets me a little verklempt. I guess you could say verklempt. All right, 4 cards. Easy peasy, lemon squeezy. 4 of Cups. Just because stuff's not here yet doesn't mean it's not coming for you. So get out of this mentality that it's not. Do not pass up on the opportunity here, Libra, to really open up to more opportunities here. Again, you're asked to be expanding your thinking, and this is what it's all about. Just shine as brightly as the sun. So that 4 of Cups energy is kind of like, shit, I ain't getting what I want. I put it out there. I'm not getting it, Jeff. Well, you're not. You just declared it. This person's perception is shit because she thinks all her bowls are empty. But if she just looked to the left, if she just shifted her perspective to think a little bit bigger, you would see that the universe is slipping her a full bowl in. So her perception of my bowls are empty is false. They are never really empty. When they empty, they get filled. So don't pass your opportunity up to shine as brightly as possible this week. You are being reassured to give the go-ahead to do it. Let down your defenses because you can't shine behind a fucking wall. And focus on the light. Focus on the light, Caroline. 8 of Wands and the 3 of Pentacles. Moving towards working together with people. Things establishing more harmony. Moving towards your goals. Messages coming in. Fuck, Libra. This is great energy. So stop being so damn defensive. That's the obstacle you have to overcome. The challenge you have to overcome for this week. The shadow work you need to do. The growth that comes from it. The reassurance that you're doing the right thing. I fucking love this reading. All right. Yeah. And now it's calling you out. It's telling you, really take a look at these shadows. It's robbing you of your joy with the sacral chakra, but this could also mean some past issue that you picked up as a child, you know, which does not define you. You just need to be aware that it's still affecting you and your decisions in your life. Wow. Conflict and defeat. That's the end result to it right there. So be aware of that. Take back your power. You're strong enough. Leo energy. Use the Leo energy, the sun. Huge Leo influence here too. You know, it's all about, don't let anything rob you of your joy this week. Absolutely. Don't let people, places, situations, circumstances, fuck that. This week is to really get into the feels and not being sorry for yourself or saying short end, but taking your power back from the situation. You're being encouraged to change your thinking, change your life. I fucking love this reading. Wow. I'm really proving to myself that, you know, because Monday is my day off. You know, I'm not at the center. And it's usually my day off from everything. You know, usually I'm out. By now, it's almost 10 o'clock in the morning. Yeah, I'm greasing myself up. Going outside with my Hawaiian tropic oil and my yacht rock blaring out of my speaker and laying out in the sun, getting my bronze on. Let's get your relationships vibe for this week. I also wanted to note that there's a huge message here about just simply accepting what's transpiring here, because some of you may not believe it. There's some uncertainty in your relationships right now, and that's okay. Maybe it's because you're being a little defensive. Maybe there's some hidden desires that need to come out. You're very passionate. There's a passion-driven thing here, and it looks that way. It can be confusing. You know, uncertainty is the only certainty there is. So just surrender to that. Trust the universe. Get in touch with your emotions. Nurture those emotions. That's Venus in Cancer energy. Trust your intuition also. You're ready. If you're single, you're ready. Put yourself out there and look at this. 2 of Cups to the lovers. Wow, that's some good loving right there. And if you're not feeling this, Libra, you have to open yourself up. Let your defenses down. Start fucking enjoying your life and stop freaking out. The opportunity is here for a relationship for you singles. For couples, well, it's moving forward. Just don't get defensive. Speak with your passion. You know, mean what you say, because Mercury's retrograde still. So just be aware of that. All right. Okay. Let's get some messages of love. Beautiful message this week. You know, the energy's kind of settled, and now you're going through it. Here and now, your true love is already a part of your life. Chemistry, the attraction you feel is mutual. Absolutely. You may be meeting somebody at work or a friend or something here. Balance. One person is giving too much in this relationship. It's you. It's the defensiveness. It's trying to be a people pleaser. You know? Soulmate. Your soulmate loves, accepts, and respects you. This is definite soulmate energy here. And I think that's the thing. You're resistant to it. The universe is reassuring you that this relationship is genuine, and your fear makes you defensive. Great energy, guys. Really, Libra, open up to it. Enjoy it. Joy should be expressed and felt this week. All right, let's see what's the vibe. Cutting ties, freedom, standing up, and awakening. So break that illusion. Cut the ties that keep you bound. Salty. Bitter, angry, and petty. Some of you just are that way. I get accused of that all the time. Yeah. Yeah. No one likes a salty dessert. No one wants more of salty dessert. They want something sweet. Maybe it's lust. Maybe it's Maybelline. Maybe it's that very disturbing picture of a strawberry. I don't know. Greed. By any means necessary and inconsiderate. So, you know, there's hidden desires here, passion, lust. Maybe you need to cut the ties from that and just open up to love more and express how you truly feel. You know, I don't know. Something's going on there. Maybe your partner kind of needs a break because you've been having marathon sessions, you know, and they just need a sandwich and a nap, you know. Let them have it. Don't get greedy with that shit. I mean, I don't know. The possibilities are endless here. But, you know, salty and sweet. Wow. Peace. That's all you need this week. Find inner peace in the moments of stillness. That's what it all comes down to for you this week. You're being reassured that calm is not a weakness, and you can let down your defenses and really speak from your heart and open up yourself to desires. Think differently. Think bigger for yourself, because you deserve it. All right, Libra, that's going to do it for this week. I love you all so much. Please like, share, comment, and subscribe. Make that algorithm work for us, baby. Raise your vibe. Have a great week. Thank you for watching, and I will see you on the weekend. Scorpio, welcome. It's Jeff here at Raise Your Vibration TV, and that means it's time for your weekly tarot reading. And this tarot reading is going to be for July 28th all the way to August 3rd. Welcome, Scorpio. Thank you so much for being here. If you were wondering if there was something wrong with the audio or anything when I first hit the record button, I just did Cancer's reading, and I know that you're up next. It's water signs. I do the water signs. You're the last ones that I do for the week. And my mind totally just went totally flatlined. So again, I don't edit. It's there. I wanted to explain that just so you didn't think something was wrong. It's just my brain shutting down for a short second. But welcome. I have been marathoning these readings since it's Monday morning, and right now it's going on 11 o'clock. It's just about to turn 11 o'clock. I started at 8:30. Normally, I have all these readings done by Saturday night, ready to process and render for Sunday morning to post for you guys for the week. But life happens sometimes, and my daughter is had her reception Saturday for her wedding. She got married in San Antonio in March, and I went down there and was able to walk her down the aisle, thank God, especially after my accident. And had a great time there, a little small ceremony. And then everyone's here from Western New York, so we had a big old shindig and Saturday, and that was great. So this week has just been occupied, with my daughter being home for the week and all of that. And yeah, it was great. It was just a great time. Glad it's over. There's a lot of stress for everybody, especially her mom and, the groom's side and me. And it was great. It was great energy, great time, great payoff, great celebration for my baby. Okay. So now I could have done these on Sunday morning. I was like, yeah, I'm going to do them Sunday morning. Well, Daddy got a little soused at the wedding. And normally I don't drink a lot, but yeah, it was hot. It was summer. The vibe was great. And 7-7s were going down like, God damn, that was good. So wish they had ginger ale. I would have rather had Seagram's and ginger ale, but can't always get what you want. But if you try sometimes, you just might find you get fucking hangover. So you get so I had a hangover yesterday, which I normally don't have. So I did a cleanse and all that, of course. And it was such a beautiful day out. I had family over and friends. We had a lot of leftovers on Sunday. Took a nap, which I never do. I had to take a nap. And then my daughter was driving back to San Antonio. So I, kissed her goodbye and shook her husband's hand and shovels them off with love and healing and protection and all of that. And they're going back to Texas. I think they're right now in Nashville. And yeah, so that was my week. So that's why you're getting these late Monday. But they're still getting them, and I'm marathoning them, and that's why, my brain was kind of like flatlining. All right. So that was my crazy experience of why I'm marathoning these readings, because this is what I love to do, and sometimes I just had to set some time aside. So let's talk about the astrological weather. July 30th, Venus, the planet of love, is moving into a fellow water sign, Cancer. So this is time to be all up in the feels. It's time to get romantic. It's time to get, the love vibes back. Time to get our passions back. We got that Leo energy that boils that water, makes it a little steamy, a little hot. Got to remove some articles of clothing to feel a little better. That's okay. You see what I'm saying? But it can also make us some moody bitches. So regulate that energy. July 31st, it's my birthday. The world got a little bit brighter. July 31st on 1969. And, when I was younger, I was born in 69. Oh, cool, man. Summer of love. Now I tell people like, yeah, I was born in 69. Wait, like 1969? Like, yeah,
I feel like I age 10 years every time I tell a young person that. They're like, ooh, like Jesus. Wasn't that long ago. Doesn't feel like it, that's for sure. So yeah, happy birthday to me. First quarter phase we're moving into on August 1st. So we're going to be learning about phases here and getting in tune with them. They're so integral to life on Earth here. This phase, moon is starting to grow in light. You know, the new moon, it was void of light. Okay? And now it's starting to grow in light. And this is when we start making decisions and taking action and overcoming the challenges that the light kind of shines on. All right? And the reason why moon phases are so integral is because the moon regulates all the water on this planet. Bodies of water, lakes, oceans, you name it. It's the tides, the ebb and flow, the pool of the water. And we are 78% water. So, of course, it's going to affect us. That's why the moon affects people on the full moon. You know, oh, it's a full moon. You're all getting crazy. Bark at the moon, you know? Rest in peace, Ozzy. See what I'm saying? Any cop or first responder is going to know that full moons are hella crazy for business. You do understand that for centuries, ever since the moon has been in existence, we have learned that certain phases of the moon present an opportunity to plant crops, to sow, to reap, to weed, to feed. And same thing with hunting, planting and hunting. And the animal kingdom and everything on this planet is very affected by the phases of the moon. So we are going to introduce these now into our weekly readings. And after 8 weeks, because you know they go by fast, you'll be able to get into the rhythm of these phases at any given day of the week. It's incredible. I'm going to be giving a class on that too. I'll be posting that on here. All right. So that's the vibe. That's the energy we have for this week. I'm also posting energy updates starting this week from now on. So I'll be doing that. You can check in the posts now on YouTube. On my dash. I don't know what they call it now. They changed it. I can't access it from the studio. I have to do it from my YouTube channel page. It's weird. So check out the posts. The announcements and stuff. I post the energy for the week there so you don't forget it. Okay? All right, Scorpio, let's get your angel numbers for the week. Thank you so much for being here. Boom. And it's transition with 3, 4, 5. Scorpio, you are in a period of transition and change. Embrace new beginnings and trust in the process of transformation unfolding in your life. As the light grows more, we're starting to embrace that and trusting the energy that's upon us and working for us. So let's get a message from our guides. What do they want to tell us? And we're going to use the Angel and Goddesses and God deck. So I like these cards. I use them a lot. I've had these for a while. Nice and big. I love the artwork. Okay. Ooh. I'm digging this. Wow. Angel of New Life. Wow. An exciting new chapter in your life is about to unfold. Look at that. Emergence, awakening. Love it. Transition. Let's read about it. And everybody's been getting angels because there's angels, gods, and goddesses, 3 sections. And everybody, all these readings have all been angels. Interesting. You got to pay attention to that stuff. All right, Scorpio. The Angel of New Life is here to announce that a new chapter of your life is about to unfold. Over the coming days and weeks, you will begin to feel a sense of renewed clarity, purpose, and direction. New, magical, and exciting things begin to happen as you are intuitively guided to explore new avenues and possibilities for your life transition. Through this process, you will uncover aspects of yourself you didn't even know you had. Embrace this new and exciting period of your life and know that the past is now finally behind you. Your life is forever changing, and you are forever evolving into ever greater spheres of light and love through the wondrous spirit of creation. Enjoy the journey and all the blessings coming your way. Fuck. Great message.
We could stop right there. But we're going to see what shadow work we need to be aware of this week. I've gotten some new decks, and this is probably by far one of my favorites. I love this deck and incorporating it into. I'm even using it in my personal readings too. So I mean, I just love how it connects all the messages so far. Break chains. The only way to overcome blocks is to confront them, and this is all about self-limiting beliefs. That's part of that process that needs to happen. You let go of the self-limiting beliefs, and you'll transition into new beginnings and a new chapter in your life. Wow. All right. Wow. Let's get the vibe for you this week. Let's see what's going on. What do we have for Scorpio? Thank you so much for being here. Hit that like, hit that subscribe, Scorpio. And let's get the vibe. Boom. Yeah. So let's take down our walls and our defensive self-limiting beliefs. This is exactly that card represented with the Seven of Swords and the Knight of Wands. Nine of Wands. The Nine of Wands also has a message here of you're resilient, so you can do this. You're open to it. And the light of the moon is actually shining down on these self-deceptive thoughts that are keeping you from moving forward. The Knight of Pentacles presents an energy of slow and steady, but the offer does come in very practical. The Queen of Pentacles and the King of Wands is showing feet on the ground approach. Let's nurture ourselves with that Venus in Cancer, and let's open up to change. Again, more confirmation of the new chapter unfolding in your life. You're taking action, and you're ready with the Two of Wands. Two of Wands is making plans, being ready, preparing, maybe making some possible. Maybe you're transitioning to a new job, a new career style. You could even be transitioning, could even be moving to another side of the country, or perhaps the other side of the world, you know? Slow and steady, though. But let go of the self-limiting beliefs if that's your dream. It's time to transition into that reality. I love it. All right, let's get some oracles. And it could, be about finances. It could just be about opening up to more abundance in your world and really trusting the process here, because it's unfolding slowly but surely. So be patient with the process also. All right, yeah, heartache and loss. That's still self-limiting belief there. And you could be going through it. But it's time to release that and work on that. Choose wisely with the Seven of Cups. Choose the highest and the best for you. And the Hierophant with wisdom, faith, trust that the plans that you're making are going to be fruitful. Okay, and breaking the chains of self-limiting beliefs. That's huge. I'm always going to incorporate these messages into this reading, and it all fits. It's beautiful. So Scorpio, you've got some work to do, and it's all right because the payoff is great. So let's look at relationships. I see the Six of Pentacles here, so opening up to receptive energy. Wow, we got a lot. It's an end to being one-sided. It's an end to heartache and loss. Wow. Again, the Seven of Cups, so make your dreams a reality. You haven't experienced that love yet. If it's coming, though. Now we have the King of Pentacles and the Queen of Cups. Again, nurturing your energy. Feet on the ground, being practical about our decisions. Again, the Six of Pentacles is opening up to receptive energy, give and take, and letting go of one-sided shit. And look at that, victory and success and engagement possibly in the Ten of Cups, the best card you can get in the deck for a relationship. Beautiful. Open yourself up to it. Some of you could literally be meeting somebody this week of huge significance in your life because you're finally letting go of the heartache and loss. You're choosing a higher and better path for you. All right, messages of love. Patience, yeah. Everything will unfold in divine timing. And longing, someone is secretly yearning for you. Yeah, so you could be getting a message from somebody. You could be no contact with someone, and you hear from them. And they may want to start a new life with you. Because you deserve it. All right. Let's get what's the vibe. Let's see what else they add to this. Oof. What do I keep? The one on the bottom. Yeah. Tension. Stressed out. Migraines and worry. We have to, that's the deceptive thoughts there. That's keeping us from moving forward. And it's time to make a decision by being practical and patient to change this. And soulmate. Yeah. Opening up to a twin flame, a friendship becoming more than a friendship, and romantic partner. This is huge. Wow. All right, Scorpio. Let's get your closing message. So excited. This is good energy for you. Yeah, it's all about confidence this week. Believe in your worth and your abilities, and they pay off. You got to be patient with it. A lot of you are opening up to love. A lot of you are letting go of some past hurts that the couple, if you're coupled, have had, and these self-limiting beliefs, and you're actually confronting it, removing the blocks, and moving forward. And it happens this week. All right, Scorpio, I love you so much. Thank you so much for watching. Have a great week, and I will see you on the weekend. Sagittarius, welcome. It's Jeff here at Raise Your Vibration TV, and that means it's time for your weekly tarot reading. And this tarot reading is going to be for the dates July 28th all the way through August 3rd. Wow. We have a great week coming up. You know why? Because it's my birthday week. That's right. That is right. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Let's start with July 30th. Venus, the planet of love, is moving into Cancer. So we're moving into a more emotional sign. We could be really feeling the feels at the end of this week. And rightly so. And then we have our first quarter phase coming in. We're coming out of the new moon with our new beginnings and the potential. And now we're starting to see the challenges ahead of us, and we're ready to overcome them by making decisions and actions to overcome those challenges. So this is like gaining momentum, gaining light here, okay? So that's what we got going on. I mean, we've just got Venus moving into Cancer. Energy's kind of settling down. It's the dog days of summer, I guess you would say. Geez, it's almost over with, you know? Wow. And it's been a very introspective summer for me. I thought it'd just be partying and boogieing down, and I have a little bit, but not as much as I thought I wanted to, you know? It's funny. The energy shifted for me around July 4th. I'm still thinking about that. Things shifted. And it's for the good. It's for the good. I'm at peace with this. I don't have FOMO, you know, fear of missing out. I know I'm not missing out on anything. There's a reason why I'm kind of keeping to myself. You know, I'm a very social person, very, you know, social sign. You know, Leo wants to be on stage. Trust me, I do. But you got to practice before you hit the stage, you know. Dress rehearsal. That's what I'm calling this summer. Dress rehearsal. For what? Who knows? But I know it's going to be better than what I've allowed myself previously. And I hope you step into that energy too. You know what I mean? So let's start by getting your angel numbers for this week, Sagittarius. Thank you so much for being here. Let's do it. Let's do it. I'm feeling that energy build up. Look at that. Renewal with 890. Sag, you are experiencing renewal and fresh beginnings. Release the past and embrace the opportunities for growth and transformation ahead. Absolutely. We're having that sense of renewal. Kind of feeling that too, you know? So let's get a message from the Angels, Gods, and Goddesses deck and see what they have as a message for us. See what's going on here. We just need one for the week, please. If I could just get one for Sagittarius. Thank you. Angel of the universe. You are encouraged to expand your thinking. And that's everything to you, is expanding your thinking. That's what Sagittarius do. Finding new ways to look at life and love and all of that. So let's read up Angel of the universe. By choosing this card, you are being guided by your angels to look at your life and work from a broader, more universal perspective. The angels congratulate you for all you've done and to serve and help humanity, those around you also. Yet it is time to move on to the next level, Sag. Trust your angels in the universe, for they will guide you. There is no need for anxiety or fear. You are simply being encouraged to think a little bit bigger. Start to imagine yourself and your work reaching and touching larger numbers of people without losing any of the integrity of what you do. Imagine all of this happening with ease, only in ways that will make you feel comfortable. It takes no effort to think big than to think small. There's no need to do anything radical at this time. Remember, to a large degree, we create our reality by what we think about, dream about, and imagine. Simply think a little bigger and ask the angel of the universe to guide you. Yeah. Huge focus on renewal here. All right. Now, let's see what's stopping us from doing that with the Shadow Work Oracle. What do we need to be aware of? What does our shadow want to tell us for the week? Let's find out. I love this deck. Out of all the decks I got, I think this is my favorite. Addiction. Compulsive need, despite negative consequences. Get support and therapy with healing, liberation, and support. So, maybe it's our addictions that are stopping us from thinking just a little bit bigger. You know, maybe we're addicted to the, of keeping ourselves down. Or maybe we're addicted to doom scrolling on our phone and wasting our time. You know, there's so many things. Addicted to drama, addicted to limiting thoughts. Interesting. Or it could just be a plain out addiction that you're working for, you know. Get the support and the therapy that you need, of course. Always reach out for help. I hope these readings do help you if you're struggling with that, you know, but the best thing you can do is surrender and let your guides guide you. Let your angels surround you. You are protected. You are safe. Everything works out in your favor. And get the help that you believe you need. You can't do this alone. Okay? So, let's get the vibe for this week. Let's see what's going on here. These cards were a little shook by that. So there could be some Sagittarius is dealing with that. And it may be time to actually realize it and work with it. Oh, anything else? Nope, that's it. Wow. All right. Big message here. Trust the universe. It's got your back. So, I mean, it's just the angel of universe. You're being encouraged to expand your thinking. Tell the universe exactly what you want. Speak your truth. Cut all cords to the past. Let go of your limiting beliefs. Heal. Ask for support. Ask for help. King of Wands is making that change. Taking action this week. Absolutely. That first quarter phase energy you're working with. Really nice. And Nine of Cups opening up to abundance. You deserve more. This is a big message here, guys. A lot of you Sagittariuses are just kind of keeping yourself in one little corner of the universe when you can expand, you know? Wow. There's a big opportunity here for you for growth. And don't be addicted to outcomes either. Maybe that's another thing. Addicted to outcomes. And they never really serve you because you have so many expectations on that. So just be aware. Wow. Excellent message so far. Okay. Let's get some oracles and see what they have to say to this. What else they could add. Interesting. Yeah, that star card, that's healing also. So there's a big, big, big thing about healing and renewal. This is great energy. This is powerful energy. Use this. Use this. Open up to abundance. You deserve so much more. Wow. You know, and that King of Wands is that Leo energy too. So harness that. All right, yeah, emotionally withdrawal. So there may be some things that you still have an emotional charge on you. Release that charge. Get outside and ground. All right? You got to be truthful with yourself. You probably need balance. There are some things that you need to be aware of that you need to be putting into balance, focusing on harmony. Okay? The Two of Wands. It's all right. It's not waiting. You're aligning. I don't call that the waiting game anymore. I call that the aligning game. You're getting things right. You planted the seeds. You're nurturing. You're open up to it. Okay? Three of Pentacles. Recognition and reward. And partnerships and alliance. This isn't Three of Pentacles. This is Three of Wands. So we have the Two of Wands and the Three of Wands here, which is you're aligning and then it comes in. Okay? All you need to do this week is focus on victory and success. It's yours. More Leo energy here with the Six of Wands. Wow. Pay attention to that. 8, 9. All we need is the Fool card out here. So let's look at love. Let's see what's going on with the relationships here. Maybe there's something that we need to purge, be truthful with ourselves. Maybe that's what we're getting ourselves ready for, is the next stage of a relationship, possibly. So let's see. Let's see what we got. We got the Emperor. So taking the stand, putting your energy into action here, you know. It's taking applied action. What else do we have for Sag? Yeah, standing your ground, Seven of Wands. So, you know, let's not let anybody spoil our great energy this week, especially when it comes to relationships. You know, for some reason, there may be somebody that's jealous. Yeah, the Justice card with the balance. Yeah. So things may be balancing out for you this week in relationships if you stand your ground and take your power back. Absolutely. Create boundaries. I think some people just want to dim your light. Look, the star is out again. So healing in relationships is key. Wow. That's great. And the Three of Cups to the Four of Wands, this is great energy. This is really good energy here. This is you celebrating at home, maybe feeling that harmony, that justice, that power that's so evident in this reading. It's beautiful. And it's wishing upon a star. It's manifesting that beautiful love and celebrating it. It's finally like, yay, you know, that's what I feel like. Yeah, go slow. Take time to get to know each other. So again, speak your boundaries. You know, things may be moving too fast and, you know, children are important to this partnership. Be truthful about that. Maybe your child is going through some problems here with addiction or something. You can just be there to support them. That's all you can do, you know. Trust the universe. See them surrounding your children, protecting them. All right, let's get what's the vibe. Let's see what else we have here for you. Interesting. Yeah, look at that. Legal. Lawyers, court, paperwork. Some of you could be definitely dealing with that. Maybe some legal stuff with your kids, you know. That's for some of you there. An apology. Arrogant, rash actions, and insecure. Go slow. I think you could be issuing the apology that kind of sets things back into balance. Epiphany, self-reflection, unanswered questions, and untapped talents. We could be having an idea of where we're going, what we're doing. Again, making plans. And a lot of you just need a vacay. Get away, relax, and have fun this week. More towards the weekend, definitely. Okay? Interesting. Yeah, you might need some time off just to give that breath of fresh air, you know, to kind of catch your breath. Instead of, There's a big thing of healing here. All right, Sag, let's get closing message for you and see what they have. There it is. Wisdom. This week, wisdom comes from experience and reflection. So let's use our wisdom this week on our past experiences. Maybe that's the epiphany you're getting. Allow universal wisdom to come in too. The universe wants to give you the answers. Be open to them. Okay? Again, liberate yourself from feeling like you have to take care of everybody when all you need to do is really to take care of yourself. That's a big message for some of you Sagittarius is out there too. But again, trust the universe this week. Make it happen. Think and dream bigger for yourself. It's time. And you can get that momentum going. And a lot of you may be just taking some time off at home. Your inner wisdom is probably saying, you know what? We need some downtime. We're no good to anybody if we don't have downtime. All right, Sag, that's going to do it for this week. Thank you so much for watching. Please like, share, comment, and subscribe. Don't forget the freaking weekend posted midweek. That gives you the vibe for this weekend because it looks like vacay time. Hang glad. And yeah, book your reading with me, tarot or astrology, in person or online. We can do it all, baby. Click the link in the description and it'll bring you to my booking page. Sag, have a great week. Use this energy. I'm telling you, the universe is saying, think big. Start putting it out in there in the universe and let it come to you. Fuck yeah. All right, I love you all. Have a great week, and I will see you on the weekend.
Capricorn, welcome. It's Jeff here at Raise Your Vibration TV, and that means it's time for your weekly tarot reading. This tarot reading is going to be for July 28th all the way to August 3rd. So welcome, Capricorn. Hope you had a great weekend. Hope it was nice and relaxing. Hope you enjoyed yourself, and thank you for being here. Let's get ready for this week's energy. Not so much going on, but this is a good time to really recalibrate ourselves, all right? So let's start with July 30th. Venus, the planet of love, is moving into a water sign, Cancer. So this is a more emotional time. We could be expressing our emotions. We could be really falling in love with ourselves, our relationships, where we're going right now. It's getting in the feels this week, and that's good. Now, July 31st, it's not on any astrological calendar, but that is my birthday. So yes, Leo season is in full swing. And usually at this time of the year, I'm going absolutely hog wild. And this summer, not so much. And it's baffling because I said, oh, this summer, I'm going to party hardy. I'm going to be better than last year. And last year was fantastic. Don't get me wrong. It was absolutely a blast. But this year, a little subdued. You know, I usually throw in a party of some sort on my birthday. I don't think I'm gonna, it's gonna be a very quiet one. I've kind of changed a little bit, and I've done some soul searching on it. And it's not depression. It's not because I got in this accident and I've just, gotten used to being alone. You should be very comfortable with being alone. And I think that's where it's at. I'm comfortable just, enjoying my yard, enjoying my garden, just going for walks, working on myself, being with myself. I have not experienced one bout of loneliness this summer. And sometimes you do, sometimes you're in a moment and you're like, damn, I wish I had somebody next to me. I don't feel that way this time. I have everyone I need right here in this moment with myself. I don't need an external thing to complete that moment. And I think that's what it is. And it's not like, I'm trying to alienate myself from everybody. That's not it at all. I need you all. I love you all, but it's just, it's a different feel. It's really like being in the moment and taking it in and not letting things distract me or fuck with my energy. My energy now is very sacred. And if anyone's going to taint that, I'm out, Irish exit, stage left, So, happy birthday to me. All right, now, August 1st, we're moving into the first quarter phase, and we're going to learn phases, whether you like it or not. And after a while, you're going to know exactly how to use these phases at any given time of the week. This one, for the first quarter, if you look outside at night tonight, you're going to see that the moon's starting to grow in light. You see that Diana's bow, they call it, that fingernail. This is a good time to start putting those potentials and new beginnings into action, making decisions and actions. And actually, as the light grows, we're overcoming the challenges that come with it. All right? Very important, first quarter energy.
Start to make decisions and actions towards your goals and overcoming those challenges that were set out at the new moon. Okay. So that's all we got for astrological stuff. Mercury's still retrograde, so watch what you say and say what you mean. But let's get our angel numbers to start the reading. Okay. And there it is. 888, abundance. Fuck yeah. Financial abundance and success are on the horizon. Stay focused and disciplined. Beautiful. So the challenge for you is staying disciplined and focused and working on your abundance, allowing it into your life. Okay? Now, let's get a message from our guides from the Angels, Gods, and Goddesses deck and see what they have to say for this week. Thank you so much for being here, Capricorn. Let's see. What do we got? Holy fuck, look at that. Unbelievable. Angel of Finances. Honor and give thanks for this blessings you are about to receive. So we've got abundance and Angel of Finances. Son of a bitch. Let's read up on that. Angel of Finances. Okay, you are about to receive a substantial sum of money, or a substantial stream of money is about to enter your life, Capricorn. You've drawn this card because your faith in the universe and your strong commitment to your purpose. The Angel of Finances is here to remind you that external wealth simply mirrors our internal beliefs. Word. You can choose to see the world as lacking, or you can see it as abundant. You have realized that money is simply energy, a means of exchange which reflects your values and the way you view life. Honor and give thanks for the blessings you are about to receive, and remember to put your money to good use. Spend and invest your monies in ways that help you further your true purpose and long-term goals, whatever they may be. Huge message about finances and abundance right out of the gate. Now, great message. But let's see what's going to fuck it up. And we're going to do that with the shadow work oracles. They point out exactly what could be stopping this abundance. So what's the message here? What shadow do we need to work on this week for Capricorn? Okay. And it's control issues. Fear of losing power or false security leads to vulnerability. Wow. And this has to do with release, trust, and empowerment. So holding on too tightly to money puts a message of desperation and lack. That does not attract abundance or money. Control issues are at the root of this. So you're stopping your abundance because you believe a false belief that you can control it. And you can't. The only thing you can do is get in the flow of it. Okay? God damn. We could probably end the reading right here. There it is. But I'm nosy. And I want to get in on this. So let's see. What else do we have working for this energy for you, Capricorn? Okay. Let's see what we got. Queen of Pentacles. Yeah. That's definitely wealth. Anything else? No. Wow. Yeah. Drama. Control issues. Again, this is it. This is it. It's all about control. The illusion of control. The universe says release it. It's got your back. You need some healing on that. This is insecurity more than anything. And the Page of Pentacles to the Queen of Pentacles. Again, that Page of Pentacles bringing in a message about money and you sitting pretty. I deserve it. I allow it to come into my life. I don't need drama. The universe provides me with everything I need. You have an opportunity here to ground. Maybe that's what gets rid of the control issues. Again, you got to trust. You may not know what's going on, and you want to get your hands in it. I got a medal, but don't. That'll really screw things up. Release, let go, empower yourself by trusting the universe. Okay? Let's get some oracles. Straightforward, man. Straightforward. No fucking around. It's telling you exactly what the energy is available to you. It's up to you. Yeah. Decisions, choices, movement. It's time to make them. Memories of love could be bringing up shit from the past. Again, this is insecurity. It's control issues. Maybe that's what you did. But you got to transform that energy with a new way of looking at things. Being successful. I am successful. I am worthy. It's a very simple message for you, Capricorn. It's time to transform that energy. Now, let's look at love. Could that be a determiner in this? You know, with this movement, choices, and decision, this card just kind of caught my attention and said this message. Are you blowing your money? Is that what you're doing? Maybe it's time to be a little bit, not frugal. I hate that word, frugal. But is it time to be a little bit more conservative with your money? That's not holding on to it like you're going to lose it. That's like, well, you know, you just don't blow your money. You know, are you grocery shopping? You know, are you doing that, or are you eating out every night? You know what I mean? That adds up, you know? All right, let's look at love. Yeah, wishy-washiness, boundaries are needed. Again, don't let anyone affect your energy. That's what kind of makes this go one way or the other. Sometimes the best defense is none. You just be silent. Use your inner wisdom. Trust that inner voice. Empowerment by listening to your intuition. Absolutely. Especially when it comes to love. You know, you don't always have to defend yourself. Again, there's control issues at the heart of this whole week. And it's time for you to deal with that. You know, maybe you have to release the notion that, no, I'm not controlling. You are. Wheel of Fortune and the world completing a cycle here. And Wheel of Fortune with this whole abundance thing opening up to it. Excellent. Could be dealing with fixed signs here. Taurus, Leo, Scorpio, or Aquarius. But this is great. Could be traveling to meet somebody. This is good, stable energy. This is moving into a stable energy. This looks like you're fighting the energy at the beginning here, you know? And hopefully you understand that all I have to do is just trust. Trust and let the flow come to you. In love, in money, whatever it is. Okay. Let's get some messages of love to see what they add to this relationship drama. Lots of messages here. Boundaries, yeah. Firm boundaries are needed now. Again, and this could be like you overstepping your boundaries, and you have to make a decision not to do that. You've done it before, and it doesn't work out, you know? Wait. The timing is not quite right. Again, the timing with the Wheel of Fortune here. Trust your inner wisdom to know when, okay? Decision. It's time to decide about this relationship. Big time. Obsession. Someone in this connection is gripped by obsessive thoughts. That's you. Definitely. And if it's the other one, boundaries, okay? And decide about the relationship. Integrity. Does this situation align with your values and morals? Is it worth fighting for? See, it seems like you're fighting against everything that you want so badly. So, with that being said, boys and girls, wait it out. Trust your intuition. Again, it's not creating drama. It's being silent in it. It's not reacting to things. It's planning. Okay? Let's get the vibe. What's the vibe? What else adds to this? Oh, Jesus. Fuck it, I'm going with all of them. Stagnant, stuck, dead zone, frozen. Okay. Well, stagnant energy doesn't move, that's for sure. Wishful thinking, second chance, deja vu, and nostalgia. The Six of Cups could be dealing with stuff from the past, letting that go, releasing that. Established, this is what you got to feel. Settled, secure, and wealthy. You got this. Some of you might be getting a new car, thinking about it. And laughter. This is the key to everything this week. Focus on happiness, joy, and your healing. Because the abundance that's a flood, you can't fight it. You're creating more resistance to it. Open up to it this week, Capricorn. Beautiful message. You know, it's kind of calling you out, but somebody's gotta, you know? All right, let's get a closing message. Look at that, understanding. For this week, understanding is the key to deep connections. So understand where these are coming from. What stops you from creating good connections here? Is it control issues? Everything comes down to control issues with you this week. Work on these, okay? It's all, if you want to get down to the root of it, it's insecurity. So work on that. Start there and work your way out. And this week you'll just boom. So you're going to definitely see changes in your finances this week, and, you know, really establishing some good connections here. All right, Capricorn. Wow, that's a lot, but it's a great week for you. Please like, share, comment, and subscribe. Don't forget the freaking weekend is posted on midweek to get you everything you need for the weekend outlook. And I'm available for personal readings, tarot or astrology, in person or online. Click the link in the description and I will hook you up. Capricorn, thank you so much for watching. Have a great week, and I will see you on the weekend. Aquarius, welcome. It's Jeff here at Raise Your Vibration TV, and that means it's time for your weekly tarot reading. That's right. And this tarot reading is going to be for July 28th all the way to August 3rd. So welcome, Aquarius. Thank you so much for being here. How was your weekend? How was everything for you? I think we had a pretty good time for our reading for the freaking weekend. Yeah. So this week is very special. Kind of subdued, but good. July 30th, Venus, the planet of love, moves into Cancer. So we're feeling a little nostalgia. We're a little bit more emotional. We could really express our emotions, and it would be wise to do that in a passionate way, not so heavy, but enough to get the point across. Remember, Mercury's retrograde, so be aware of that. But I call it being in the feels. July 31st is my birthday, so, you know, that should be on a calendar. The world got a little bit brighter on July 31st, 1969. Yeah, 1969. I used to be, like, proud. I was like, yeah, I was born in 69. Yeah, man, summer of love. Now when you say it, they're like, oh, wait, 69? Like 1969? Yeah. I feel like I age 10 years every time I say that to like a millennial or some shit, you know? It's like, oh God. But anyway, yeah, I'm marathoning these readings all in one morning because we had a very special week this week. Our daughter got married. Well, she got married in March. We went down to San Antonio. She's a Texan. So we went down there in March. I walked her down the aisle, and but all our family is here, so we had another reception here because the princess doesn't get one, she gets two. So Daddy has been a little, now it's over. I could have recorded all the readings Sunday because the reception was Saturday, but Daddy got a little soused, you know? Fuck, we were paying for it. Might as well enjoy it. And we did. So yesterday was eating a lot of leftovers and, yeah, just recuperating. Whew. Yeah. So here we are, marathoning your readings for this week. I'm that fucking dedicated. And they're going to get a little goofy because, you know, I've been doing this since 8 o'clock and it's 10:30 in the morning right now. So, and now I have to, after all, they're all recorded, I got to put them all together and the receptive, you know, things in the video and then let it render. That takes about 2 hours, and then to upload it. So you'll probably get this about dinner time. Perfect. All right, Aquarius, thank you so much for being here. Let's get your angel numbers for the week. And August 1st, I got carried away with my birthday. August 1st is the start of the first quarter. You can look outside tonight and you'll see that the moon is starting to grow in light. It's got that little fingernail light to it. That's Diana's bow. This is when we really start to put into action and decide about our intentions and our new beginnings, the potential for it. But right now, as the light grows more, it kind of puts light on the challenges that are ahead of us for this new beginning that we want to establish. So just be aware of that, all right? We're going to be doing moon phases on the weeklies, and within a short period of time, you'll be able to move with the rhythm of the moon phases. Because let's face it, there is so much on this planet that's affected by the moon. The tides, water is affected by the moon. Cancer is ruled by moon. It's a water sign. We are 78% water. Where do you think lunatic came from? Lunatic. The moon made her crazy. Full moons make people go crazy. Ask any cop or anyone that works in an emergency room. They know. Women's cycles are in tune with the lunar cycle. The best time to plant and hunt can only be achieved by knowing the phases of the moon at the time you want to do it and planning accordingly. You are not separate from that. And utilizing and learning moon phases is huge. I'm going to be offering a class here online for everybody to try, to take too. So excellent. Moon phases are the way to go. Just one more thing to move with that energy. All right, so let's get your angel numbers. Thank you, Aquarius. Authenticity with 787. Be yourself, pursue your passions, and show your authentic self. Don't pay attention to what others are thinking. Yeah, that's huge. You be your authentic self. Let your freak flag fly, Aquarius. You be proud of that shit. Now let's get a message from your guides from the Angels, Gods, and Goddesses deck. Yeah, I only got 3 more signs to do after you. Then I do the water signs. And then it's, I'll probably be doing all this on and off like 2 o'clock. I don't need to sit here after, the video's rendered. I can go and do my dishes. Because I usually do my dishes as I dirty them. But yesterday I had friends over. We ate leftovers. We hung out. I took a nap. I never take a nap during the day. I used to when I was fat, but I don't. I don't now. I'm just full of vim and vigor. But yeah, yesterday was just one of those days where it was like lazy. Sometimes you got to have that, All right, Goddess of Awakening. I got to cover them titties or I'm going to get in trouble. Isn't that ridiculous? This is a wondrous time of exploration, romance, and creativity. Yeah, and I think it all comes down to being authentic with yourself. So let's read up on it. I'm going to put it on a view there. Sorry. Not my rules. All right, Goddess of Awakening. Regardless of whether you are male or female, your feminine creative spirit is being nourished and awakened by the star of Venus, the planet of Venus. Venus, the goddess of love, is activating your sensuous nature. Venus is in Venus is in Cancer, July 30th. Pay attention to this. Romance is in the air, so surround yourself with flowers and crystals. Wear your favorite perfume or essential oil and allow your inner charms to surface. This is a wonderful time of exploration, romance, fun, and creativity. A new romance is about to blossom, or an existing relationship is about to enter a period of renewed magic, excitement, and enhancement. Either way, this period of renewed romance will eventually lead you to explore a new creative venture with your partner, so enjoy it. Wow. Love that. Venus is moving into Cancer to just wake up that love vibe and get into it and make a decision and overcome the challenge of opening your heart back up. Wow, that's incredible. Now, let's see what shadow work we need to do this week and be aware of, and how it's linked to everything about being authentic and pursuing your passions and expressing your authentic self without worrying about what anybody else is going to think. Okay? Ooh. Oh my God. Spirit awakening. Goddess of awakening, spirit awakening. You can't make this shit up. Okay? Spirit awakening. Sit with your shadows. It's the way to enlightenment. So intuition and spirituality. Use that to your advantage. And authentic self. You can't make this shit up. Be yourself. Everyone else is already taken. Uniqueness and individuality. That's you, Aquarius. So being your authentic self this week is huge. And awakening. That awakens something in you. Wow. Great reading. All right. Well, we could stop right there. You know? It'd make my life a lot easier. No, I can't say that. I'd be heartbroken. I'd feel like I'm cheating you. There's more here. Let's dig. Let's go. Let's see what we can do. So that's what we're going to do. That's what we do here at Raise Your Vibration TV. We just ain't easy with the simple answers, you know. We're diving deep. We're getting to the bottom of things. All right, let's get the vibe for the week, Aquarius. Thank you so much for being here. I love you all. You know I do. You know I do. So Aquarius is some love. Just 4 cards. Ooh, Robin. All right. Yeah, look at that. 3 of Cups, 3 of Pentacles. Celebrating at work, celebrating a new job, celebrating at home. This is, I mean, look at that. 4 of Wands is celebrating. Marriage, harmony. 10 of Pentacles is secure. New job. Retirement. There is so much. It's you being your authentic self and being unfucking apologetic. This is incredible. Lots going on with work and home. Maybe finding that balance. Just being you. Wow. Wow. Let's get some oracles. Let's see what they got to say. You're awakening. You're being your authentic self. And looks, it pays off. It pays off. You know? So that has to do with friends and family. You know, keep that vibe, that good vibe around you too. Rest and rejuvenate. So grounding. Rest is key. Put some things to rest. Take care of you. Meditate. All right? And the Empress with 3. Taking your power back. 3, 3, 3. That's growth, creativity, and divine support. 3, 3, 3 just happened to be sitting on the pile there. You can't make this shit up, guys. Excellent. And prosperity begins with the Ace of Pentacles to the 10 of Pentacles. Yeah. A lot of you could be experiencing a new job, opening up to a new job. That's great. This is great energy. Empowerment. Wow. And it's about, you know, other people. It's about being in front of other people. This isn't solitary energy. This is you getting your shit together, being your authentic self, gathering your strength, awakening to the fact that you need to be, you don't have no regrets and no judgments. You just move forward. You don't give a shit what anybody thinks. You know, if it's for your highest and best, that's it. All right, let's look at love. 3 of Cups again. Celebrating. May meet somebody or a friendship becomes a situationship. But it's time to let go of the indecisiveness that we feel in relationships. We are very down on ourselves. And maybe that's because we've been wearing masks and not allowing ourselves the proper relationship that we deserve. So this week, it's very imperative that you put in the effort to take down these walls, dismantle these walls that stop all this growth and beautiful energy to come to you. The 9 of Pentacles says, don't give up on love. Know that you're worthy of it and it's coming to you. And the Knight of Cups brings a cup and they're celebrating. So there's an offer coming in. More growth, more divine support. This is a positive reading for you. Let's get some messages of love. And really having an opportunity to work on relationships too, you know? Wow. Great energy, guys. All right, decision. It's time to decide about this relationship. Go slow, take time to get to know each other. Right. No need to rush. No need to rush. Growth produces the sweetest fruit. And fate, this is a destined partnership. Absolutely. With the Ten of Pentacles, that shows, and the Four of Wands, that shows like a very harmonious, long-lasting relationship. And I believe you are opening yourself up to it by just being you, not wearing masks, not altering your lifestyle just to fit somebody else so you're not alone. No, this is you shining as bright as possible. All right, let's get what's the vibe. Let's see what else they add to this. You might have something to say to somebody too. They only wanted me to do this. One card, running. So a lot of you can be escaping, maybe in denial of your feeling and making excuses to finally work on this. No more running. It's time to make a decision. It's time to dismantle the walls and open yourself up to joy by just being yourself. Huge focus on friends and family here. So maybe you're going to your families or something like that. Let go of your bullshit. All right, let's get a closing message for you, Aquarius. This has been a great reading. Let's see what we got. Happiness, absolutely. Happiness comes from a fulfilled heart and harmonious relationships. The symbolism of three people, 3 blue butterflies, 1, 2, 3. You see that clearly, right? Okay. I always see things in threes, always. I pay attention to that shit. But happiness this week comes from a fulfilled heart and harmonious relationships. And this is all this is talking about. It's beautiful energy for you, Aquarius. Good. Don't run away from it and don't deny it. Accept it. All right, Aquarius, I love you all. Thank you so much for watching. Have a blessed week. Hit that like, hit that subscribe. You know the stuff. Let's get this channel growing and the algorithm really pushing us up there. And that only happens by your actions. All right, I love you, Aquarius. Have a great week, and I will see you on the weekend. Pisces, welcome. It's Jeff here at Raise Your Vibration TV, and that means it's time for your weekly tarot reading. This tarot reading is for July 28th all the way to August 3rd. So welcome, Pisces. Thank you so much for being here. I hope you had a great weekend. I know I did. The reason why you're probably seeing this video on Monday afternoon or Monday night versus Sunday morning is because, well, very special thing happened this week and this weekend, and it finally took off on Saturday, and it was great. And my daughter had her second wedding reception here in Western New York. We had one in March in San Antonio, where they live in Texas, and we brought it for a second time around here in Western New York with all our family and friends, and it was fantastic. It was hot, but it was great. Everything was just to the nines. Beautiful, beautiful job. All the hard work and planning that my daughter's mom and all of them have gone through, all paid off very well. Very satisfied. Excellent time. So usually I have these readings done by Saturday night. So, just came home on Monday. The fair was there, so we were doing that, and at least I got the freaking weekend done. And, there's just one thing after the other, dinners and stuff, doing stuff, and still trying to do readings at the shop. I did readings before I went to the wedding reception, for people at the shop, because it was like their yearly trip, and I didn't want them to miss that out. So we did it early in the morning, and then we had the wedding reception on Saturday, and I thought, no problem. I'll do all the weekly readings for Sunday, and I'll post it Sunday night. Well, Daddy had a lot of fun and got a little soused. And yesterday, Sunday, was like, no, this ain't happening. And I have a rule. If I ain't feeling it, I ain't doing it, especially when it comes to giving you intuitive messages. I'm not forcing your messages at all. So yesterday, I just didn't feel it. It was a beautiful day. I was hungover, and I'm never really hungover It was probably like the second time this summer that I really tied one on because, alcohol fucks your system up, overworks your liver, and I need this bitch working at full capacity. Okay. So I just took a me day yesterday, had a great time, ate some food, got to be able to send my newlywed daughter and her husband off to Texas with love and healing and protection and all of that. It was a great day. Even took a nap. Never take a nap anymore, but I needed it. And so I'm marathoning all the readings. I literally started at 8:30 this morning on Monday, and it's 8:20 right now. I mean, 8:20, 11:20 right now. And I took breaks. I'm like, okay, I'm going to do 3. I'm going to go out and water the garden. I got to tend to my stuff here, but it was a nice balance. It's my day off. And I'm feeling it today. I woke up and I said, all right, let's do these readings. Let's get everybody's weekly tarot reading done. So I've challenged myself and I'm actually doing it. And I'm right at the end of the mark. So Pisces, welcome. It's going to be a little crazy because, of course, it's the last reading of the fucking week. And it's been a doozy. I'm food hungover because I've been eating like crazy, such good food. And all of that. Ugh. Now it's back to the grindstone. Chicken and broccoli, folks. All right, so let's get the vibe for this week. Astrologically talking, July 30th, Venus, the planet of love, is moving into a fellow water sign, Cancer. So we're in the feels. Maybe feeling nostalgic. This is a time of year that it makes you feel nostalgic, brings back childhood memories. I know this time of year does for me. So, this is expressing your emotion. This is getting your creativity, love, all of that is starting to boil to the surface. Let it come. Express it. It's time to have fun. You're in the feels starting this week. And July 31st, it's not on any astrological calendar, but the world just did get a little bit brighter on July 31st, 1969, because that's when yours truly made his debut into this world, kicking and screaming, and probably I was this dark when I came out. I wasn't like a pale baby. I was pretty tan. So I'm sure there's a story behind that. Actually, the story of my birth is funny. My mother was at the fair. My grandparents had a stand at the fair, a permanent stand at the Chautauqua County Fair here, Russo's Spaghetti House. And she was there and she was pregnant with me, and there were hot air balloons in the air as they were going up, and she was walking backwards, and there was a drain from like a sewer drain that she didn't know, and she tripped over it and her water broke. And that's when I started. 1:30 p.m. in the afternoon on July 31st, 1969. Here I am. Hey. So, yeah. And it's really weird because like that time of the year, Fair Week was a big week for me as a child. And my mother was like, why do you go? Because my grandparents, it was just childhood labor. It was cheap, but I loved doing that. I loved cooking. I loved being in that environment, setting up and all of it. I'm a carny at heart. And that's because her water broke at the fair. Of course, it left an impression on you, Probably shouldn't walk backwards either, but, whatever. So, yeah, happy birthday to me. Yay! All right, so August 1st, we are moving into the first quarter moon phase. The moon is starting to grow in light. We're coming out of the darkness of the new moon into the first quarter. Now, if you look outside tonight, you're going to see that fingernail. You see that light growing in the moon. And this is when we start to make those decisions in action. This is when that potential, that intention that we started at the new moon, that's when we start to make the decision and the action to move forward. And as the moonlight grows, we start to realize that we have some challenges ahead of us, and we go ahead and work on those. Okay, so that's the vibe this week for astrology wise. Not too much, but enough. But we've had a lot of energy shift, so now it's going to kind of settle a little bit. Good. Kind of starts the dog days of summer. All right, let's get our angel numbers for you, Pisces. Ooh, reflection. Yeah. Again, great week for this with 987. Look inward and evaluate your actions. Embrace introspection and self-reflection for your own development. Yeah. So with this, do some reflection. How did things go? Where am I going here? How do I feel about it? How do I feel about myself? Okay. Now let's get a message from your guides. We're going to use the Angels, Gods, and Goddesses deck for this special message for you this week. And let's see what we have. There it is. Where'd it go? Did it flip over? Because if it didn't, I'm going to take it. Oh, there it is. Okay. All right. And this is Goddess of Beauty. Again, reflection. What's reflecting in the mirror to you this week? Interesting. You are a wondrous being of light, Pisces. There is nothing to change or fix. Okay. All right. You are a wondrous, beautiful being of light, yet you cannot see it because you are comparing yourself to others instead of looking honestly and loving at yourself. Word. Meditate upon the image on this card and allow your light and natural beauty to shine through. You are beautiful just as you are. There is nothing to change or fix, Pisces. Just love and accept yourself as you are. As you honor the beautiful person that you are, others will feel the light and warmth radiating from you. As a result, you will attract wonderful and generous people into your life that will love and appreciate you for all you truly are. Just be yourself. That is where your beauty lies. Wow. That's an excellent message. And we have reflection here. What are you seeing in that reflection in the mirror? Fucking great. I love it. Now, let's see what kind of shadow work we need to be aware of this week. How does it tie into these messages? Whew, wow. Great messages. Yeah. Wow. Hidden desires. Wow. Your deepest desires hold the seed of your potential. So this is about longing, your passion, and are you fulfilling it? Are you fulfilling yourself? Are you working towards your passions? That reflection. And then look at this. You can't make this shit up. Self-reflection. Looking inward helps you see what to improve to make better choices. It's being aware, and it's making improvements to unleash these hidden desires, to bring out the full beauty of you as a person. Pay attention here. That's the challenge you're overcoming. Is, do you like to see what's reflected in the mirror, and what can you do about it? You simply just need to love you as you are, flaws and all. And that sets everything in motion. Fuck. Wow. I don't know about you, but I am very, very impressed with the way that these layouts of these readings are going, because I'm telling you, it's not me. I'm not looking for the pat on the back. I'm saying to Spirit that works through me, the universe that uses me, your energy, your guides, you tap in, is really making this undeniably accurate for you. And I hope you agree. I mean, because this is what makes my job fucking so joyful, is seeing the connections live right in front. There is no fucking trickery here, guys. Believe the message. All right, let's get the vibe, because we're not done yet. You're done when I say you're done. All right, I'm sure you won't be upset. And if you are, well, then go watch somebody else's channel. I'm just kidding. Oh, here comes that feisty Leo. Oh, Jeffrey. All right, let's see. All right, protect your energy. Yeah. Again, this is going within, being in your bubble, not letting anyone burst it. Because people get envious of you feeling and looking good. You know what I mean? It's unfortunate, but it's the truth. Put in the work to take your power back. Get organized. See those moon phases, baby? This is where... Ooh, I just hit the mic. Fuck. That's where we're at right now in this whole getup. So we got all these to work through. So put in the work to overcome the challenges, to make decisions, to take action, to take your power back. I got this. I love me for me. I am patient with the process in the universe. Things come to me when I'm ready, and I fill my cup first. Self-care, self-reflection. Wow. This is great energy, guys. Pay attention to the messages here. Empowering yourself. Taking that action. Unleashing that hidden beauty. The reflection, the self-reflection. Oh my God, I just love this message. All right, let's get the oracles for you. Again, we're not done. We are not done. Okay. Choose wisely and be truthful with yourself. Am I choosing the highest and the best for myself, or am I just settling? Am I just doing what everybody else wants me to do? Trust your intuition. You're the most intuitive sign of the Zodiac. I'll say it to the day I'm not breathing anymore. Use it. Faith with the Hierophant. Using your inner wisdom. Trusting that the universe has got your back. Because it always does. Let's look at love, relationships. Relationships with ourselves. Our feelings, our emotions, our hang-ups. Wow. All these cards are face down except for the Emperor. Again, taking action in love. Why, Jeff? Why do we need to do that? Why? Because it's time to stop wasting our energy and making better choices for ourselves. The highest and the best for ourselves. How, Jeff? I go within. You have all the answers you need. Have faith. Again, more faith. Huge this week. Especially when it comes to relationships. Page of Swords bring messages. Knight of Pentacles, possibly an apology. It's also a sign to say slow and steady with relationships and something you've been waiting for. The change you've been waiting for. It's not so much waiting. It's knowing when the right time. You're prepared. You're ready for this journey, wherever this is taking you, you know. And it's a fucking improvement compared to what you allowed yourself. Especially when it comes to relationships. So pay attention to that. Ooh, pay attention to 555. This just happened to be on top of the deck, too. Change, transformation. And you're at a halfway point. Wow. Damn. Let's get some messages of love. Play hard. Find time to laugh, goof off, and enjoy each other. Absolutely. What's it all for? Doesn't have to be all serious. Boundaries. Firm boundaries are needed now. All right. So that's huge. Protecting your energy, choosing to not just let, you know what I mean? You're transforming in that way. Wait, the timing is not quite right. Okay? So in the meantime, get this energy right. But start putting in the work. Do that reflecting. That's so necessary. All right, let's get what's the vibe. And see what else we have for this. Time, delay, procrastination, maybe too busy. Now it's time to do that self-reflection. Yeah, so time is on your side. So yes, there may be some delays, but it's because you procrastinated. But the timing is now, okay? Exhausted, right? Burned out, burdened, and empty, okay? So this is when you replenish. It's important for you to do that. Self-reflection. Take a step back. Breathe. Recalibrate your energy. All right, let's get a closing message for you, Pisces. And see how they wrap it all up for you. Miracles. Absolutely. Miracles are everywhere this week. Keep the faith. So, you may be feeling exhausted. You feel like maybe you're squandering away your time. But what's actually on the bill here is transforming, to do some self-reflection, to take a step back, to put boundaries up, and improve. And know that miracles are all around you. And the timing is always perfect in love, relationships, money, whatever. All right, Pisces? Whew. Great message. You are so beautiful and so loved. Remember that. I love you all. Have a great week, and I will see you on the weekend.